if he was in good shape and has been working on his craft like Tyson has, yes, I would. I would say I would give him a chance, D. Right? I mean, you are never too old for anything. Never.
I'm not saying too old. I just don't want to see him.
I mean, you can
get
be
hurt
too big for things.
or
I mean,
out of shape or too.
but I mean, I just think that he has been preparing himself for this. I think he looks excellent. He still has a ferocious punch. So I mean, I just.
Good evening, football fans of Oklahoma. Welcome to the Friday Night High School football broadcast right here on PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM, HD1, KIMB FM, Oklahoma City. We're glad you could join us on this rather wet Friday evening. Our title sponsors for tonight's broadcast, SSM Health at St. Anthony's, OCCC, Oklahoma City Community College, Peace of Mind Pediatrics, and new to the title sponsor list, Bank First. We appreciate you tuning in on this Friday night. The high school football matchup this evening is a Class 3A District 1 matchup between the Heritage Hall Chargers and the Star Spencer Bobcats. We're broadcasting live from historic Taft Stadium right off North May and 23rd Street. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Jay Swick. Alongside me is somebody I've really wanted to work with for a very long time. He is part of the Oklahoma Journalism Hall of Fame, Mr. Myron Patton. Myron, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I tell you what, it's a wet one out there, but you know what? The field looks great. I mean, it looks in good shape. We'll see how much it drains because it's kind of been a wet one all afternoon. And we'll see what kind of game we get. But looks like the field's in great shape, and we'll see what both teams ready to play. We're getting ready for playoffs here real soon.
That's right. It's right around the corner. In fact, this is the last week of regular season action before the brackets come out next week. It is rainy, but we're hoping for a lightning-free evening. That's the goal is the rain can come down. I talked with both coaches. They said we don't mind playing in the rain at all. We just don't want any lightning. We don't have time for that. So We're just under 6 minutes away from kickoff here, Taft Stadium. I think about the amount of history that's been in this place and all the great players, all the great teams that have competed on this field. A lot of great memories have been made here at Taft Stadium.
Bunch of states championships played here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, decades and decades of history. If you're an Oklahoman, chances are you have a family member that at one point in time played on this field. So I enjoy broadcasting here, and I'm excited to get this game underway here shortly between Star Spencer and Heritage Hall. What's your thoughts on this matchup?
Well, Heritage Hall, obviously, they're always a team that's going to be competing for the state championship. Brett Bogert always manages to replace talent they lose every year. Of course, they're going to be in the mix once again this season. And as they wrap up district play, head to the playoffs, you want to be playing your best. Star Spencer, obviously, they're coming into a situation. You're always kind of building your program and so forth, and they'll have their hands full with this Heritage Hall team that's once again, good up front, got some talented skill position players, and we'll see how the weather impacts both teams. Who can deal with that? That's going to be a big key tonight.
Yeah, and I've heard coaches call the weather the great equalizer. I don't know if that's going to stand true today, but we will certainly find out. That's another reason you should definitely tune in. But we know how competitive Class 3A football is here in the state of Oklahoma. Every victory is earned and never given. And we're going to find out who's going to earn the win tonight between Star Spencer and Heritage Hall. I talked with both coaches before the game. Star Spencer's head coach is Harold Smith. He's a tough, hard-nosed head coach. I don't know if he'd describe himself that way, but that's how I'm describing him. And he requires a lot from his players. I think he's trying to build something there at Star Spencer, but he's at square one, and it's going to take some time to implement that culture, that winning, hard-working style of preparation that he tries to bring to his football players, and he's got a lot of young players as well. So, but the effort's there, and I am a firm believer in what Harold Smith is trying to do at Star Spencer. And then you've got Heritage Hall head coach Brett Bogert, who is basically the definition of consistency. He's always competitive. He's maintained a winning program year after year after year, and he's been able to develop this young team. And now they're a little bit older, but he's still got some young players, and they're 8-1 on the season, trying to compete for another 3A state championship.
Yeah, and really for any, you mentioned Star, young players, the key is can young players turn into older players, veteran players, and, not have the revolving door where guys play maybe their freshman, sophomore year and then, fall off or move out of the district or whatever and don't play. I mean, that's, getting your best athletes to come out and play and build a culture there and also the weight room and get better. And that's something that schools that are trying to build their program is to keep some consistency with in terms of players where they come as freshmen, they play sophomores maybe, and by the time the juniors and seniors, they've gotten better. That's always a big if you can do that, you can have some success. And, Heritage Hall, like I said, they always seem to find replacements no matter who moves out. They've got some guys that it's a program that's been built on a lot of winning, and winning begets more winning. And every year, they're going to be in the mix for state championship.
Yeah, they've had a winning program for quite some time, and their ability to reload is impressive. But the game temperature tonight is a nice, cool 62 degrees, but it is raining cats and dogs, and so weather will at some point possibly have be a factor in this game. It's harder to carry a wet football, harder to catch a wet football and throw it too. So
it's heavy, man.
It does. It does. And I hope you have a lot of footballs on hand and somebody with a dry towel to clean them up. Because
can you run?
Right. Yeah, I don't expect a whole lot of passing attack from either team this evening. So we'll see. Were you shocked they moved up the time? Because this is a little bit different. We're looking at a 5 o'clock kickoff, although we do have a timer with 24 minutes on the scoreboard.
I'm not sure what that means. I don't think they've decided to move it back. But, it's the weather's been a problem. I mean, last week, the college games. I mean, Oklahoma State and Oklahoma moved their games up because of weather. And the big thing is lightning. You got these metal benches on the opposite of the press box or whatever. And so, no, not too surprised. They moved some games last night. So that's not too surprised. But, we're into the fall, the time change, so it's already kind of dark. So it'll feel the same either way.
Well, the most important part is you and I are in the press box dry.
Well, that's a given. We got to do that. Not doing the game outside.
That's right. That's right. Again, our title sponsors for this Friday night high school football broadcast, SSM Health at St. Anthony's. They're a proud sponsor of Oklahoma City Public Schools, and as a reminder to our audience, it's important to let the orthopedic experts of SSM Health Bone and Joint Hospital help people get moving again. Call for an appointment at 405-218-2530. Our other title sponsor is OCCC, Oklahoma City Community College. Their mission is student success, community enrichment. Log on to their website for more information at occc.edu. Also, Peace of Mind Pediatrics, serving families in the greater Oklahoma City area, including Edmond, Yukon, Choctaw, and even Shawnee. Make Peace of Mind Pediatrics your go-to choice for pediatric care in this region. And then finally, our last title sponsor for our Friday night high school football broadcast is Bank First. Bank First is loyal to Oklahoma and loyal to you. Our other sponsors for our high school football broadcast, Love's Student of the Month, GQ Fashions, Fine Menswear, Super Prep, and Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue, as well as Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. So we want to thank our sponsors for helping our support Oklahoma City Public School broadcasts and sports and everything that they do for the community. We really do appreciate it. We couldn't be here doing what we do without the help from our sponsors. So thank you to our sponsors, our viewers on PPBC TV, and our listening audience for tuning into tonight's football game between Star Spencer and Heritage Hall. Kickoff will be coming up very soon here live on PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
In rare fashion. eBay. Things people love.
First Security Bank and Trust Company proudly serves our community and believes we have the responsibility to help it prosper. Bank with people you know and trust, right here in our community. First Security Bank and Trust offers customized personal personal, small business, and commercial financial products and services to meet your specific needs. To discuss your personal or business needs, visit us today at 1541 Northeast 23rd Street or give us a call at 405-424-4341 or visit our website at www.fsbokc.com. First Security Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
An official message from Medicare.
Couple more minutes and we'll start this month's book club.
You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you got to make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money.
Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Do you know how much you're really paying for life insurance through work? I can almost guarantee you're overpaying for limited coverage. I'm Joel Clark, a Select Quote agent for over 20 years. My clients are shocked to learn how expensive life insurance at work really is because of a rate that's driven up by unhealthy people. Why pay more when you don't have to? For over 35 years, Select Quote has helped people save 50% or more by shopping highly rated insurance carriers. I found a 40-year-old man with high blood pressure, a $500,000 policy for only $18 a month. Don't procrastinate. Workplace open enrollment will be here soon. Let Select Quote save you money and get you the coverage you need to protect your family.
For your free quote in just minutes, call 1-800-212-1166. That's 1-800-212-1166. 1-800-212-1166. Or go to SelectQuote.com.
Full details on example policy and carrier ratings at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Price could vary by health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Boost your small business with Alliance Bank. We specialize in fueling growth and turning dreams into realities. Experience personalized banking solutions tailored to your unique business needs. We're more than just a bank. We're your trusted partner in success. Let us illuminate the path to your ambition. Alliance Bank, powering small businesses towards prosperity. Choose growth. Choose Alliance Bank. Member FDIC.
An official message from Medicare.
Couple more minutes and we'll start this month's book club.
You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you got to make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money.
Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Got some info? Share it at 405-600-9096. Voice it at 405-600-9096. Talk it at 405-600-9096.
Welcome back to Friday Night High School Football here live from Taft Stadium on PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1, KIMB FM, Oklahoma City. We're here at Taft Stadium about to broadcast Heritage Hall and Star Spencer. I'm Jay Swick. Got Myron in the press box this evening, and we've had to push back kickoff a little bit. There was a little bit of a lightning strike, so they delayed it 30 minutes. Now, that was 15 minutes ago, so we're supposed to get this thing back underway here in about 15 minutes from now. We'll see if that happens, but stay with us as long as humanly possible. We'll get some football for you eventually, as long as the weather cooperates.
Yeah, you know, the big hint was that they weren't ready to play is that the field is empty.
Oh, that's right. That's
we're
a
not,
big indicator.
Yeah, we're just sports guys. We can figure that out. There's no players on the field warming up or stretching or throwing a football around, so they must not be ready to play, or there's lightning in the area. And so they're going to take precautions with that. And as soon as we see a player come out, they'll give us an indication they're going to be getting close to play. But maybe around 5:20 or something like that, they'll be good to go. We'll see. But in any case, this game will be played tonight unless there's bad weather throughout. And I guess we'll figure it out after that. But
yeah, we'll get it underway as soon as we get some more information. But as of right now, We're just under 15 minutes away from kickoff, and this is after the delay, so we'll see what happens. But still, a lot of sports going on this weekend, Myron. I mean, there's a lot to talk about on the high school football level, on the collegiate football level, NFL. Thunder basketball is tonight. I know you're trying to go to the game after this game if it's still going on. We'll see. But the Thunder are taking on Houston tonight, and that's somewhat of an interesting matchup because Houston, I think, is one of those NBA teams that is getting better. They're still very young, but they do have some veteran players on that team, like Fred Van Vliet and a few leaders on that team. But how do you think the Thunder will look tonight?
Well, it's the first of a 6-game homestand. In Houston, they got some talent. I mean, Dylan Brooks.
Oh, that's your favorite NBA player, isn't it?
Yeah, sure it is.
Yeah, it is. You got a couple Dylan jerseys. Dylan jerseys.
Got him signed and everything. Just hung up in the house. That kind of stuff. He's at Oregon. I never thought he's that kind of guy. But he got to the NBA. I guess that's his persona now. But no, they're really pretty talented. They got Fred Van Vliet, Jalen Green's a really good young player who they just signed to an extension in the offseason. Alphonson Goons, a nice center who always says he's glad Oklahoma City didn't pick him, which I'm okay, that's fine. But he still talks about him a lot. So are you really glad or are you heartbroken? Which one is it?
Yeah, it's one or the other, and I don't know. But that just shows you how Sam Presti has an eye for talent. I mean, there's been a lot of players that he's drafted that either started with Oklahoma City or moved on to other organizations to end up having a really good career, and he's one of those players.
Yeah, no, he's a good player. So and they're 5-3. I mean, right now it's Oklahoma City, Phoenix, and Golden State all at 7-1 atop the West, and then Houston's right behind them at 5-3. And this homestand, you got Golden State in on Sunday.
That's going to be a massive one.
Buddy Hield coming back. He says he said he hadn't felt this free since his Oklahoma days.
Oh, wow.
He's averaged like 22 points.
That's quite a statement.
And he doesn't even start. He's filled in for Klay Thompson quite nicely. And, Golden State, they know how to set those screens to get shooters open.
Well, they're off to a good start. They're 7-1. They've just beat Boston. So there's something there. And it's hard to judge a team this early in the season in November. But they're off to a good start, and that should say something.
And they play like about 9-10 guys too. They're a pretty deep team, and they play really good defense. So that's one thing that doesn't get enough said about Golden State.
So they've moved on from the Klay Thompson era pretty seamlessly so far.
And Klay's doing well in Dallas. Now Buddy's not the defender that Klay was in his prime. Now, Klay's not in his prime anymore, but he's fitting in well in Dallas. So, but no, they've got Phoenix on this trip. They got homestand. They got New Orleans coming to town. Clippers. I mean, this is. After they play this 6-game homestand, they're going to have a better feel where they are, which is that they're pretty good now. I think we know that. But this 6-game homestand is going to test them out quite a bit.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really, really interesting once Isaiah Hartenstein gets healthy and how when he gets implemented into this lineup and this rotation. You think he's going to come off the bench at the beginning, or is he going to start from day one?
I don't know. I mean, that's Mark Daigneault, the coach. He's kind of had this deal where he started a different guard most games. I mean, the core four, I call them, was Shea and Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren and Lou Dort. But then the other starters sometimes has been Aaron Wiggins, sometimes been Cason Wallace, sometimes has been Isaiah Joe. So I don't know. Caruso, obviously, who people thought was going to slide, he has yet to start. But he's playing a lot. So I think they're still kind of working through some things. And Hartenstein's going to give him a whole different element when he comes to the team or whatever. They're coming off their first loss at Denver, so we'll see how they react tonight. Their defense, they gave up 69 points in the second half.
40 points in the third quarter, but it was still a tough effort to beat the Thunder. I mean, there at the end, if it wasn't for that block on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, I mean, we may have seen an overtime, but they were down 7 within like a minute, right? And came back and made it a game, but they're hard to beat down.
Yeah. No, they haven't hit their stride yet, but they've still been winning by. They were winning by like 17 points per game. I don't know what that loss other than I did with them, but their point differential was really good for a team that hadn't really started playing the best basketball. So this will be a tough game tonight, though, and like I said, Golden State on Sunday will be a fun one as well. So looking forward to it, and we'll see when this game and. If not, I'll catch them Sunday or whatever.
Right, and Sunday's going to be a very interesting game when they match up with the Golden State Warriors. Anytime Steph Curry comes into town, it's an event, and you start to see those undercover Steph Curry fans show up to Paycom wearing the Steph Curry jerseys. I've never really quite understood that, but I get he has a lot of fans.
Yeah, he's got a lot of fans. He's 36 years old, so I don't think he's going to retire, but I think you want to see him when you can, because once those guys are gone, that special element's gone. Heck, his pregame is worth watching.
Right. His warm up.
He has warm-ups and stuff, the dribbling and the shooting from by the popcorn stand and all that kind of good stuff. I mean, yeah, he's one of the stars that you want to come watch, and of course, Buddy Hield will have a lot of people cheering for him as well.
Yeah, former Oklahoma Sooner. Yeah, absolutely. And then Lindy Waters, former Oklahoma State basketball player, now playing for the Golden State Warriors, coming off the bench for them.
He's in that rotation. I mean, and he's a guy that the Thunder, and really as a fan you can be proud of, because I watched him in Norman North. He always had that great looking shot, just like everything you think is going to go in. But the Thunder really made him more of a complete player and made him an NBA player. And he's in that rotation out there. He's had some big offensive games, but he also does some other things for them. I was watching Charlotte the other night. Trey Mann averaged 16 points a game for the Hornets.
I had to pick him up in my fantasy basketball league.
Shooting 40%.
Yeah, and when Miller had been hurt, but now Miller's back. So I had to release Trey. Yeah. It's just a part of it. But he has found a home there. In fact, several former Thunder players have made their way over there, and
it's good because there was no minutes for him here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
same with Lindy.
Yeah,
but I just feel like his style of play really matches kind of what Golden State does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Spot up shooter.
Yeah, and like I said, they know how to free shooters up, man.
Right.
They, setting a screen's kind of an underappreciated thing. When Steven Adams was here, he was really good at it. Which, by the way, he won't play tonight for Houston. They're going to hold him out, but. They got Draymond Green there, Kevon Looney, those guys who've been doing it for years for Steph and Clay and other guys. And so Buddy Hield and Lindy Waters go there, and they're like, wow, we get some open looks, man. We just got to hit the shot, and they can do that, So that'll be a fun game on Sunday. But it's early, 8 games in. You really don't want to get about 15, 20-some games in before you really get a feel where a team is. Like Philadelphia, man, they're off to a horrible start.
Yeah, they've got a situation over there with Joel Embiid that has been really, really tough, and I now feel for some of the media members over there that have ran into Joel Embiid and caught him on a bad day.
He set a pick on the Philadelphia Inquirer guy.
He did.
He set this pick for you. You want to screen you.
Yeah, that's a tough situation. They've got a lot of money invested, and then finally Paul George returned. They still got beat really good. What are they, 1-6?
1-6, yeah.
Yeah.
They play the Lakers tonight in L.A. So the Clipper fans booed Paul George. I guess the Laker fans won't. He never played there. So although I always tell people, I said fans are fans anywhere. They think, small market fans, whatever. When Paul George decided to stay here and resign, his first trip back to L.A. playing against the Laker fans booed him.
Wow.
Yeah. He never played there. They just booed him because they were about
he didn't sign there.
Yeah, he didn't sign. Thought he was going to go back, so he got booed. So I'm like,
well, he eventually made his way to L.A., and we're very appreciative of it.
Oh my gosh, the trade that keeps on giving.
Yep.
And may give more depending on the Clippers season.
Absolutely. If the Clippers lose, if
they don't make the playoffs, yeah.
Right. If it'll depend on the lottery, of course, but. If the Clippers have a bad season and wind up getting the number 1 overall pick in next year's draft, that goes to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Can you imagine a league looking at Oklahoma City having the number 1 pick with all the young talent they got, and they say, "Hey, Mr. Flag,
right?
Cooper, I think's your name."
Yep.
Or Ace Bailey's a number.
Nichols Hills is a nice area. Why don't we look at some houses over there? But that is a dream scenario of mine. I'd love to see the Oklahoma City Thunder win an NBA championship. Have a big parade downtown,
and get the number
and
1
then
pick.
A week or two later have the NBA draft where they get the number 1 overall pick. What a slap in the face to the rest of the NBA, and what a phenomenal job that will have been with
you would
With
have
Sam Presti.
You would have people, other owners say, we got to make a rule against that. That's not, we got, something. I don't know. We got to do something. We can't have that happening. That'd be unfair. But it's possible. But that's further down the line. We'll see if Oklahoma City can take care of their on-court business first and foremost, I guess.
Yeah, we are under 5 minutes away from kickoff. We've had a delay here at Taft Stadium with the Star Spencer Heritage Hall football game, and so they've delayed it 30 minutes, and of that 30 minutes, there's 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. Still nobody on the field. We'll await any word of when they're going to start this game here between Star Spencer and Heritage Hall. It is still raining cats and dogs, but we did have a lightning strike probably about 45 minutes ago. I haven't noticed anything, but I'm also not really paying attention. So we'll see. We'll keep you updated. I know that's why you've tuned in, is for this high school football game. So we'll keep you updated on when this game will take place, hopefully very, very soon. But I'm Jay Swick, got Myron Patton alongside me. We're deciding to talk sports in between them in the meantime, in between time. So OU's got a very interesting matchup tomorrow at 6:30 in Columbia, Missouri. This seems like a possible winning scenario here for the Sooners. I know Missouri just got destroyed by Alabama 34-0. They've since lost their quarterback, or their quarterback is just questionable.
Yeah.
He's, I feel like, the bread and butter of their offense. He's the key contributor on that team. And if he doesn't play, then, we could see the backup quarterback come in there, and maybe the Sooners have a better chance of winning the game on the road.
Yeah, Brady Cook, he's actually got 2 injuries. I had Elias Hoff. He's a writer for the St. Louis Post-Dispatch on the show yesterday, and he says he's got a high ankle sprain he's getting over, as well as a wrist injury. And high ankle sprains, man, those things take a while to get over. And Cook he's a thrower, but he can also run. And so we'll find out if he plays. Haven't checked the injury report today. They list him as questionable. Of course, coaches don't tell you anything. You could have a hangnail and they'll say, I don't know anything.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
So I don't know if he's going to play or not. But the backup is Drew Pine, who transferred in from Notre Dame. He didn't look very good against Alabama. He's like 6 of 12 through 3 interceptions. And so that's going to be a big key, because they've got some skilled guys. Luther Burden, that receiver, he's big time.
They
really
got
good.
Theo Weiss on the other side, the former Oklahoma Sooner.
Mm-hmm. They got him, and so they've got some athletes, but they have they've lost a couple road games. Like I said, A&M beat them 41-10 earlier this season. You mentioned the Alabama game, and so it's one of those contests where of the 3 games left, that's for Oklahoma. You think that's the one that jumps out at you. Now we'll see what happens to Alabama tomorrow at LSU tomorrow night. But it's a winnable game. I mean, Missouri's good. I don't want to take anything away from them. And, of course, you got some ties there with remember Williams Minari, the defensive tackle he was recruiting.
I do.
Yeah.
I do remember
went
that.
To Missouri. Got I guess, better NIL or something. I'm not sure what went there. And, of course, Caden Green. So you got some connections there that should get everybody's attention. But best news for Oklahoma is that Deion Burks and Jalil Farouk are probable, which tells me they're going to play. I mean, just early in the week we talked with, Jackson Arnold. I love him because he always gives the goods away. I mean, Brent Venables says, man, don't go out there telling him all this stuff. This was like on Monday, Tuesday? I guess it was Monday. And he was talking like, yeah, it's good to get those guys back, and we're excited about it. And I'm like, oh, like they're coming back, because Brent never tells you that. So they're going to play. And I think it's important to get both back, 2 guys back, because even when Deion was playing, he didn't have another guy that the defense had to really worry about. So
he was the focus.
The focus on him. Well, you get another guy in Jalil Farouk who's really good after the catch, yards after the catch. That takes where they just can't say, okay, we got Deion Burks, watch that number 6. No, now you got to watch Farouk, number 3, and see what he does. So I think that's Jackson, I mean, it was Maine last week. Let's, take that in consideration. But another target will help maybe free up some other guys in the passing game. Of course, J.J. Hester had the 90-yard catch. He's got like over 200 yards pass receptions in the last 5 games, 13 catches. Maybe they can get some more chunk plays in the passing game.
Right. It does seem like he's starting to really get comfortable, and he's, the wins and losses aren't exactly what you wanted, but you are seeing J.J. Hester and other players like that get more time out there and start to develop into quality football players. I like the Sooners' chances tomorrow. I've never been to a game in Columbia, Missouri.
It's okay.
What do you think?
I mean, as far as loud, it's not like just intimidating place, but it's a nice stadium. And, I mean, Oklahoma's got a lot of history there from the Big 8, Big 12 days. Now, I'm trying to think how many guys. None of these guys have played there because they haven't played since 2011.
Right.
So they don't know about that. But, I mean, it'll be a packed house there. But it's not like you go there and, it's like LSU or Auburn or something like that. And once you played some of those places, I think they'll be fine. But can you block? Can you catch? Can you get open?
Yeah.
Can you not bust in the secondary? I mean, that's going to determine where they want to lose.
And one last question before we get to this game, because we do have some players on the field, and it looks like we're just moments away from kickoff here between Star Spencer and Heritage Hall. Thank you, Lord, because we want to see some high school football here tonight, and it looks like we're going to get that. But what is your opinion so far of Joe John Finley as offensive coordinator in the play calling?
Well, it's looked a lot better than what he did the previous 6-7 weeks, whatever. I mean, they actually throw the ball in the middle of the field, slant routes,
right?
Things of that nature. I'm like, gosh, can you throw a slant? They threw a slant in the wishbone days, man. Can you not throw a slant route? But no, I think he's done a good job. Does that mean he's going to get the job? I'm not saying that. I mean, but I don't think there's any doubt that he's been able to get some things accomplished. Whether that's simplifying things or running, say, Jackson, what do you like, or what? But they've looked a lot better offensively.
Well, it's going to be interesting to watch them play tomorrow night. It's the only thing I hate about it is it's the same time as Alabama LSU, so I'm going to have to work out my thumb and channel flip all evening. But that's okay. That's all right.
From SEC Network to Channel 5 locally, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm a YouTube TV subscriber, so I'm not sure where I can find that game, but I believe it's on there somewhere.
LSU's won 15 straight night games.
Wow. I didn't. That's an interesting stat. Alabama's favored in that game.
Well, it's about 2 weeks ago. Lane Kiffin, who wasn't even playing LSU,
right.
said, why do they always get night games? Why is LSU always getting night games?
Right. He was very upset about that.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a wild place. I've been to some night games there. It's
at LSU.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was in Louisiana.
Well, are you going to go next week? Is that next week or the week after?
It's the week after. That's the last game of the season.
Okay. Are you going to make a trip down to Baton Rouge?
We'll see. I know some people down there. I haven't decided if I'll be there or not, but I know my buddy Sanji. He does radio down there, and he usually does.
I bet he knows a few jambalaya places.
Oh, he knows a lot of places. And you go to a show, and he says, "Here, what's this? It's a hurricane." I said, "Buddy, we're on the radio." That don't matter. Drink it anyway.
I like his style, I must say. All right, so we are going to play some football here at Tass Stadium on this Friday night. Rainy, but it's okay. We've waited out the lightning strike, so it should be a safe environment here. But, yeah, a lot of rain, and they've had the coin toss, and it looks like Star Spencer's going to receive the football to start this game. They've got their kick return team out there, and Heritage Hall is huddling up. Now they're sending out their kickoff team, and we'll get this game underway. Again, I want to thank our sponsors, our title sponsors for this broadcast, SSM Health at St. Anthony, OCCC, Oklahoma City Community College, Peace of Mind Pediatrics, and Bank First. We thank you for sponsoring our Friday Night High School football broadcast. We've got some game action coming your way. Thank you for your patience. And thank you for tuning in to PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1. I'm going to have to use my binoculars today, Myron, and see
I forgot mine in the car, and it was raining. I didn't want to go back and get them.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all. You've got number 4, Cameron Brown, back to return the kick. He's got number 20 alongside him. And I don't have his name on the roster. At least let me check this other one. Sometimes these high school football players will change numbers mid-season, so you just never know what they're going to come out with. But
at least they're not sharing numbers like in college.
Right. Yeah, I know that can get a little frustrating. Yeah, I don't have number 20 on the other side as well. Okay, ball bounces around at the 10, 15, 20, right up the middle, weaving in and out, and he's going to be tackled and brought down. I think they're going to give him a little bit of credit at forward progress. I felt like he got past the 20. We'll see where they mark the ball to start their first possession here on offense.
Star Spencer in the gray tonight, and with blue numbers, just the kind of thing you need, when you don't have your binoculars.
Okay, they are going to give him some credit for forward progress, so they're going to start their series at the 24-yard line. 23-yard line, my apologies. Ball is snapped. Hands off to number 1 on the right side. Makes 2-man miss, makes 3-man miss. Still on his feet. Got through a big bunch of Heritage Hall Chargers, just slipped right by them. I don't know if he's got Vaseline on his jersey, but there was a lot of arm tackle attempts on that specific play. It's a first down, Star Spencer.
Yeah, it looked like they had that diagnosed pretty well, Heritage Hall, with several players flowing out to the left, but he found a little crease and, like you say, broke a few tackles and got another first down.
That's number 1, Travion Barber. Coach Smith was very complimentary of his skill level, his skill set at running back. Ball is snapped. They're going right back to Barber, right up the middle to the right side. He doesn't get as much this time. Got about a 3-yard gain before he fell down on the right side. And I thought Star Spencer blocked that pretty well. There was a little bit of room there at B-gap. And they're going to give him credit for, I think, 3 yards possibly here. I think it's going to be second down and 7 here for the Star Spencer Bobcats.
Yeah, it looks like the rain has stopped. So the field looks to be in pretty good shape. But don't see a lot of guys slipping or anything like that. So running game may play a big role tonight.
Corey on Morgan is the quarterback. We've got one man in motion. Ball is snapped right back to Barber. Loose ball on the ground. And it looks like Heritage Hall has recovered. They're certainly indicating that, and so is the officials. So you had a wet football get loose, roll around on the ground, recovered by the Heritage Hall Chargers, and that's going to be a turnover for Star Spencer and give Heritage Hall really good field position.
Never had it. I don't know if it was too high, hit him in the chest, but he never really had that, and ball bounced right in front of him. And boy, that kills a promising drive for the Bobcats.
Connor Quintero is the quarterback for the Heritage Hall Chargers. He's in the diamond formation, running back on each side. One man in motion. Ball is snapped, hands off to the running back, right up the gut, and he gets to the 20 and pushed out of bounds. That was a really quick 15 to 16-yard gain right on the left side. And I believe that was Barrett Travis, who is their leading rusher this year for Heritage Hall. And he can run. And he's a big guy, kind of reminds me of some of the running backs that we've seen. Oh, we've got it. Loose ball. Star Spencer recovered the football. They went a bootleg pass to the right, and quarterback Quintero drops the ball as he was getting sacked, and it's recovered by the Star Spencer Bobcats. 2 quick turnovers to start this game, Myron.
Is it going to be that kind of night? We've had a lot of rain, and that ball may be kind of slick, I guess. But both teams had some things going offensively, but they can't hang on to the football. So that's 2 fumbles, one by each team.
Yeah, that play carried out as I was describing the running back. Remind me of Toby Gerhart is the player I was thinking of, Barrett Travis.
Yeah.
But here we go. Star Spencer gets the ball. I don't think he was ready for the snap, but he caught it, and quarterback sneak right up the middle, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. I don't think he was ready for that snap.
Well, the good thing he did, he
did
hung on
catch
to
it.
Yeah.
So it looks to be a 1-yard loss. Be second and 11 for the Star Spencer Bobcats. Thought about making a substitution there. Now that everybody's had a possession here, maybe we can get things going. Corey on Morgan.
Too.
Ball is snapped right back to Barber, up the middle, and there's nowhere to go but down. And that's a loose football, too. Are they going to call it down? Or
I think it looked like he was stopped when they.
Yeah, they may have stopped the play because The ball came out at the very, very end, and it's going to be about third down, and it looks to be 11. They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage here. Harold Smith sending in a player. Going to put 3 receivers on the left, 1 to the right side. Shotgun formation. Morgan overlooking the defense. Gets the snap, drops back, looking to throw, and does. Has a man, and it's caught. It bounced off the hands of the defender and stayed in the air, and the wide receiver, Cameron Brown, was able to snag it out of the air for a big, big play for Star Spencer. Impressive catch by wide receiver Cameron Brown.
Well, and I tell you, he had a step. If that had been laid out in front of him, he would have scored. As it is, he had to come back for it and still was able to make the play on the ball. So early on, Star Spencer showed they've got some guys that can make some plays. And can they hang on to it? We'll see. But they've moved the football here the first couple drives.
Yeah, they're inside the 30, really close to the 25-yard line. I think they're going to mark them at the 26. 1st and 10, ball is snapped back to Barber. He gets stuck right at the line of scrimmage, and it could have been hit for even a loss. We'll see where they mark the ball, but there just wasn't a lot of room to run there for the running back for Star Spencer. He ran into a wall of Heritage Hall Chargers.
Yeah, no hole there at all, and we'll see what they can do on a night like this. Field goals will probably be pretty tough. We'll see what kind of kicker they have, but of course they're looking for 7, not 3.
Right. Twins receivers to the left, one to the right, or Twins to the right as well. Ball is snapped, but it's loose ball. They're fighting for it. There's a dog pile. That is still bouncing. Do not know who recovered the football, but the referees do, and they're going to say it was Heritage Hall. Wow, 3 turnovers, 2 from Star Spencer, 1 from Heritage Hall in the first 3 minutes of the game. We knew that this weather would have an impact, and we're seeing it.
We're not even 4 minutes into the game. We've had 3 fumbles.
Right.
I mean, it's like chasing a chicken in your front yard, man.
And you can see the rain is still coming down now. It started back up. Here's Heritage Hall on kind of a reverse sweep, maybe a jet sweep here on the outside. Cuts back inside, now outside. He's pushed out of bounds. He's got a first down. That was an 11-yard reverse play by Heritage Hall. Number 3, Gerard Williams Jr. on the carry. And well ran by the Heritage Hall Charger offense, and that'll bring him new set of downs here. Connor Quintero still in at quarterback, overlooking the defense, gets the snap, hands off to Travis on the right side, has some room to run and some blockers. Has a first and 10, 40, 30, 20, and he's pushed out of bounds or tackled on the far sideline, right, really close to the 10-yard line. So that was a massive run by their workhorse tailback, Barrett Travis. Got him into the red zone just outside the 10-yard line. So you still have room for a first down if need be, but we'll see what happens. Now they're going to go the left side with Travis. He's right up the gut. Still on his feet, finds a lane on the left side, gets into the end zone, touchdown, Heritage Hall. 12-yard carry for a touchdown by number 2, Barrett Travis. They take the lead to start this game 6-0. We'll see if they try to attempt an extra point here. I'm sure because of the rain, it will be difficult to kick the football. But we'll see what happens here. I'm more worried about the snap, Myron.
Well, and can he hold it and get it down and
right.
everything else? I mean, it's those teams that move the football. Heritage Hall was able to hang on to it and get into the end zone to
There's
score.
the snap. It bounces around, and the holder's got to throw it. Incomplete pass on the right side. That's exactly what happened. He could not catch the wet football and get it down in time for the extra point kick. So the 2-point conversion, if you want to call it that, is no good. Heritage Hall will have a 6-0 start and kick the football back to Star Spencer. That's going to be the common theme throughout this evening's football game, is just hold on to the football. And it's difficult because you have so many coaches that are now teaching these players to rip the ball out and to punch it out.
Oh, yeah.
You see it in the NFL. It's pretty impressive how basically violent they get trying to get the football. A lot of teams are worried about knocking the football out before they get the tackle.
Yeah, and on a night like tonight where the ball is going to be a little slick and maybe don't have a good handle on it, but we've had 3 fumbles already, and it's 8:02 left. Again, we still haven't played 4 minutes yet.
Right, it's still early in the game, and we've had a bunch of different possessions, and so this is just the way it's going to go here. But we'll see what happens. Star Spencer has quite a few different players back to return the kick. I don't think they know exactly where this ball's going to go. Is it going to be a squib kick or a deep kick? A deep onside. We'll see what happens. Just waiting the green light from the referee. There it is. Here's the kick. Right down the middle, and it's bobbled, but it's picked up at the 10. Brought up the middle, 15, 20. Finds a lane. It's to the 30 and is brought down. We do have laundry on the field for the first time today.
Well, let's make sure that didn't slip out of somebody's pocket, you know?
Right, exactly. Yeah, I think that in this case it was done on purpose. We'll see what the call is on the field.
Probably a hold or something.
A hold, or it's got to be a hold because he was able to, the returner was able to find some lanes. I don't know if that lane was blocked the right way or not, but yeah, that's what they're going to call. It's going to be on Star Spencer, so they're going to bring it back a little bit and spot the ball at it looks to be the 18-yard line, their own 18-yard line, so they've got a ways to go if they want to get on the board. Star Spencer's offense is out there, twin receivers on each side, 1 running back. Corian Morgan is the quarterback for the Bobcats. Gets the snap, hands off. Oh, no, he kept it, and he's going to run and might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Could have been a loss. It's really, really close. Either way, he didn't get much real estate at all on that play.
No, not a whole lot there, and that's going to be – they're going to mark it pretty much at the line of scrimmage, I guess.
Did he fake the handoff and keep it?
Yeah, he kept it, but he's almost like he delayed, and so I guess I'll run with it. Didn't get much out of it.
Yeah, I think he wasn't exactly confident in handing the ball over to the running back and decided to keep it. Maybe that was on purpose or not. But this time he is going to get it to Barber on the right side. He breaks 1 tackle but can't break the second one. I think it's the same story. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. If not, he didn't get much room to run on that specific play. So it'll bring up around a third and 10 situation here for Star Spencer. I was surprised that last possession they even attempted the pass in this weather conditions.
Yeah, they got a big play out of it, though. Maybe this is a passing situation.
Yep. Twin receivers to the left and to the right. They're on the far right hash. And we have a stoppage of play. There is a timeout by Star Spencer. So we're going to take 1-2. We appreciate you tuning in to this Friday night high school football broadcast. Heritage Hall is up 6-0. Right now, still early first quarter, 6 minutes, 41 seconds left. We'll be right back after this short commercial break, sponsored by Bank First, SSM Health at St. Anthony, OCCC, and Peace of Mind Pediatrics. We'll be right back.
Hey sports fans, get ready to step into the world of championships with Super Prep Live, hosted by Miles Perry, only on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Dive deep into the lives of high school and college athletes with exclusive interviews and insight that reveals what makes them great. Follow Super Prep across all social networks to never miss a moment. It's Super Prep Live with Miles Perry. Tune in, get inspired, and stay connected. Visit OKCSportsRadio.com.
Injuries don't wait for business hours. Now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Streaming live straight from your mobile device. Got a score 6-0. Heritage Hall up 6-0, but Star Spencer has the football. First down and 10, or is this third down and 10? Third down, okay. Trip receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Gets the snap. Morgan drops to the right. Now he's going to take off. Does he have enough for a first down? It's going to be close. I think he got it. Myron, on the far right
Yeah.
side, and they agree as well. So first down and 10, quarterback sweep to the right, found a running lane, and didn't hesitate. All right, the referee was giving us some sort of signal, and
that's a first down.
Yeah, that is. So that's going to be a fresh new set of down. Now they're going to call an official timeout here. Right now, we may have a little bit of an injured Star Spencer player on their sideline. And he's getting tended to, so we'll see what happens there. I don't think it's anything serious by any means, but either way, okay. Now they're coming back out on the field. At least Heritage Hall's defense is. So solid start to this possession here for Star Spencer, and they found a little bit of success on the ground. At least on that third down play, I think Heritage Hall was anticipating a possible pass and didn't have as many in the box as they did the previous two grounds. Now we've got a loose football, and I think Heritage Hall got it. Yeah, this is going to be an issue. It is an issue.
Fourth fumble.
Fourth turnover of the game. Wow. That's the third one for Star Spencer, and that's going to give Heritage Hall another prime field position for their offense here as they run out onto the field. And the rain is coming down. I mean, it is a rainy mess down there. This is a very sloppy football game.
And they're changing the football out quite a bit, because I was wondering how many footballs they bring, because they're changing it out, but these fumbles are killing their drive.
Heritage Hall's going to throw it. Hook and ladder, and it's completed to 86. He's still on the field. He didn't go out of bounds, and it worked. Got him all the way down to the 1. Hook and ladder. What a play call by Coach Brett Bogert. I'm going to have to ask him about that one after the game. Holy moly. You just don't see that very often, much less with conditions the way they are. But that's a first down and goal for the Heritage Hall Chargers in their diamond formation. They're going to give it to Travis right up the gut. He's going to move out left and walk into the end zone, but there is a flag on the penalty, and I think this is coming back.
It's in their backfield, so, yeah, I would think that's going to come back. And it's a hold.
Holding on the offense. And I think if Travis had just pounded his way through the A-gap and just forced his way, but instead he moved out to the left, and I think that's when the hold occurred. If he would have just stayed the course and scored immediately, I don't think they would have, the hold would have occurred and there would be no flag. But they're going to throw the football out to their tight end on the far left side. He goes out of bounds. It's number 8, Carter Knowles. And I got to say, I mean, Connor Quintero's throwing the football pretty decently with the rain coming down so hard.
Yeah, he is. And, of course, they're taking advantage of some mistakes by the Bobcats, Star Spencer or whatever. But, yeah, he is throwing the ball pretty well. That hook and ladder, I haven't seen that in a while.
Second down and goal. Quintero rolls out right, throws to his tight end on the right side. He's got some room to run, and he's going to get in the end zone. That is a touchdown for the Heritage Hall Chargers. That's Rhett Davis, the tight end on the far right side, caught the ball in the flats and took off untouched and got in the end zone. So we've got a 12-0 start for Heritage Hall here at Taft Stadium, and we'll see if they decide to attempt another extra point. Not sure what they're going to do, because the snap on the extra point was really difficult to make, and I think this is such a strange formation, and it's a jet sweep throw and incomplete. So the 2-point conversion isn't good. So the score will remain 12-0. Were you surprised by that formation? I don't even know what to call it.
Well, yeah, that was a little bit different. I guess they've given up on the extra points because of the weather conditions or whatever. But you had a group to the left, a group to the right, kind of a jet sweep, and one of those things if you haven't prepared for your defense, like, okay, what are they doing?
Right, and they hand the ball off, and then all of a sudden he throws it. So there was a lot going on, and okay.
If you're Star Spencer, you're like, guys, if we can hang on to the football, we'll score.
Right? I mean, yeah, they're finding some success on the ground and even through the air on that one big play. But, yeah, it's been difficult to hold on to the football for a lot of different reasons. So we'll see what happens here on this possession. Heritage Hall has the 12-0 lead, and they'll kick the football back to Star Spencer and give the Bobcats an opportunity to score here.
You know, and when you're in sloppy conditions like the part, you just got to say, okay, it's raining, it's a mess. You just got to block that out. Hang on to the football.
Well, don't you think it's easier said than done?
Oh, it is. I mean, but they're playing in it too.
Just block it out.
I mean,
don't mind the rain.
Yeah, you played in rain. You're a kid. In fact, you got mad. And your parents said, "Come in, it's raining." Oh, Mom, I'm still playing. I mean, no.
Here's the kickoff right down the middle, and it's picked up at the 5. Brings out to the 10 on the right hash, cut back inside, got to the 20. I think they'll mark him at 22. The ball got loose.
Seeing guys diving.
That's our 5th fumble.
Did they get it?
Yeah, I think Heritage Hall got the football once again in prime field position, and their offense is going to come out. That is the 4th fumble of the game. Is that the 3rd?
5th.
No, that's
5th.
the 5th.
That's the 5th.
That's the 4th one for Star Spencer.
Yes.
Goodness gracious,
start
it's
writing
tough.
this down because the numbers are getting pretty high. I don't know if I can remember all that, But yeah, that's the 5th fumble for the game, and we still got 5:37 left in the first quarter.
Right, we'll see what happens here offensively for Heritage Hall. They've got trip receivers to the left side, the short side of the field, and then they've got Williams in motion. Now he's going to motion back, and they're going to call the play dead. Could be a false start. It is. They're going to back up Heritage Hall 5 yards.
Well, they'll make a little bit more difficult. They've had some fumbles too, but they've managed to hang on to their last 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's been the difference in the game. They've got some substitutions here, trying to get to the line of scrimmage before the play clock goes. Oh, there's still quite a bit of time on the play clock. Ball is snapped. Hands off to – no, he didn't hand off. He kept it. That was Quintero, and he got tackled for, I think, a 1-yard loss there. So Heritage Hall seems to be going backwards here on this possession. It'll bring up a 3rd down and long situation for the Chargers.
Yeah, if you're Star Spencer, you got to hold them here. Maybe you can get out of this possession without giving up any points.
Shotgun formation, empty backfield. Fakes the jet sweep, throws, has a man, and it's caught for a touchdown. Unbelievable pass and catch. A nice 26-yarder for a touchdown from Quintero to Boston Fuller on the right side. He was open, and you got to credit him for making that tough catch in the rain. And he was successful, so that brings the score now to 18-0, Heritage Hall. And they're going to try the extra point again. The 2-point conversion play didn't work out like they did the last time they scored a touchdown, so they're going back to what they do with the extra point. And we've got a flag on the play. Encroachment on Star Spencer. So now the offense is coming back out there because the ball's going to be marked half the distance of the goal line. So that's much more doable for this offense. They don't have quite as far to go to get this 2-point conversion. So that's what they're going to attempt here. Make this 20-point game. But if Star Spencer's defense can stay strong here, they can prevent that from happening. Diamond formation, 1 man in motion to the right side. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand off to Travis. Right up the gut, right into the pay dirt. The 2-point conversion is good. Heritage Hall is up 20-0 with under 5 minutes left in the first quarter. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll come right back and see how Star Spencer handles their next possession on offense. You're listening to Friday Night High School Football here on OKC Sports Radio, 105.3 FM HD1. And this broadcast is sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony, Oklahoma City Community College, Peace of Mind Pediatrics, and Bank First. We'll be right back.
Hey, This right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Midwest City location, 6003 Southeast 15, or you can go to my admin, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
Guys, check out these awesome and stylish suits. Unbelievable quality at these prices. We've got a wide range of styles, from classic and timeless to colorful and trendy designs. Whether you need a suit for a special occasion or just want to look sharp, we've got you covered. We are GQ Fashion's fine menswear. Visit us in Oklahoma City at Northwest 23rd and I-44. Come find the perfect suit for your next event, all at an unbeatable price.
Montero to Boston Fuller. Now they're going to kick the football to Star Spencer. It's going to bounce past the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And so the Bobcat offense will go out for another possession here on offense and try to cut this deficit. The issue is simple. You can't hold on to the football. They've got to do a better job of that. They've shown that when they do hold on to the football, they can move up the field a little bit. They found some success on offense, but turnovers have been the issue.
Yeah, that's just killed them here. And, they're working on the game, but they're going to have like 8 or 9 fumbles at least if they don't figure out a way to hang on to things. And they got good skill position players.
Well, and they're really rely heavily on the shotgun formation. Ball is snapped, found a little bit of a running lane for a solid amount of yards. I think they're going to credit him for 6. That was Travion Barber, the second, with the carry. And so that was a good, solid, productive play offensively there, and he was able to hold on to the ball. But they're in the shotgun position. They don't go under center. Does that have a bigger effect in this weather condition?
Yeah, well, I guess it depends if you center how good a snapper. He's been on target, unless he snaps it early. Most of their fumbles have occurred while they've picked up yards. Like, okay, that
ball
was
is
low.
snapped, and he dropped it but picked it right up. But by then, the Heritage Hall defensive line had penetrated, and that will be a tackle for a loss. So they're basically back to their original line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, that one low, it just messes up the timing of the play. So if your center's good at snapping, it doesn't.
I thought that ball spot was generous as well. So it looks to be a 3rd down and 8 situation here for the Star Spencer Bobcats. 2 receivers to each side, 1 running back. Morgan trying to dry his hands, got the ball, hands off to Barber. He's bullying his way up the field. I don't think it's going to be close on whether they give him the first down or not.
It's going to be short, a little bit short, about a half yard maybe.
There was a nice dog pile of players there from both teams, and it just slowly was moving upfield. Yep, they're going to mark him 1 yard shy, maybe looks to be a half yard shy. So I'm not surprised that Star Spencer is going for it on 4th down 20-0. Why not? You only have to get about a foot here. Shotgun formation. I bet you money they're going to give it to Travis, but I would have lost that bet because they called a timeout. So we're going to stay right here at Taft Stadium for this broadcast. So just under 3 minutes away from the end of the first quarter. Again, Heritage Hall is up 20-0, but Star Spencer's looking at a 4th down situation.
At the last run, he looked like an old-style fullback.
Right.
Just kind of churned those legs and, just kept going
I
forward.
like it. I miss the fullback days.
Yeah, not a lot of those guys around anymore.
Not very many. I think of several players. J.D. Runnels of Oklahoma, block in front of the great Adrian Peterson. I also think of the former Tampa Bay Buccaneers fullback / running back Mike Allstott,
yeah.
One of my favorites. Fonte Leach, the former fullback for the Baltimore Ravens that won the Super Bowl 47 that I was at. And so I miss those guys. There used to be a way for them to be a huge part of the game, and there still are, but just not to the level that we used to see.
Garrett Limbrick did some blocking for Barry Sanders. Pretty good. Played in the NFL. Aaron Ripkowski played in the NFL for Oklahoma.
There you go. All right, so 4th down situation, quarterback sneak. Star Spencer looks to be
he got that.
good. He's got the first down. New set of downs for the Star Spencer Bobcats. Way to go.
And they hung onto the ball.
And he snapped it under center. That's when I knew immediately it was going to be a quarterback sneak because you just don't see them do that. So, all right, Corian Morgan is getting the play call from the coaching staff. Relaying it to his teammates. Twin receivers on each side, left and right. One running back in the backfield is Travion Barber. Morgan gets the snap, hands off to Barber. Makes one man miss. Now he goes right, has some room to run. On the let's see, past the 40. Did the ball come out? I think it did. We'll see who recovered it or if it went. Nope, they're going to say Star Spencer is going to keep it.
Oh, he got lucky there.
They certainly
he
did.
Got lucky. He made a nice move, but it's like somebody stole it out of his, and he immediately ran back for it, and he got lucky. He's a really good running back.
Hey, and it's a first down and 10 for Star Spencer.
I mean, he made something out of nothing there because there was nothing to his left. He came back to his right, made a guy miss at the line of scrimmage and picked up yardage, but, you got to keep the ball with you.
And, boy, the benefits of being on a well-built turf that can absorb this rain and you're still able to move. Ball is snapped. I think it was Morgan on the left side. He didn't get much, if anything. I think he went right back to the line of scrimmage before he was brought down. I see big 52 in there, Crawford Brown of Heritage Hall making the tackle, getting up. So it'll be second down at 10. But, yeah, I think with technology and the way these artificial turfs are built now, do a great job of kind of, preventing it from the puddling up and becoming too much of an issue. I'm sure it's still slick out there. Ball is snapped, hands off to Brown. He runs to the left side, and he's quickly brought down at the line of scrimmage. He won't get much real estate on that play.
Yeah, they've that's a big part of these fields now, and it doesn't seem to have just a big crown on it, so it's not like the water's running to the sides. I mean, it's just got a nice drainage system to it, but guys are still fumbling.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's
you can run well, but you can't hold on to the football.
Yeah, you're not slipping around, but you still got to hang on to it.
All right, pistol formation, two receivers on each side, left and right. One running back to the right of Morgan. He gets the snap, rolls right. Looks to be limping, but he's still going to throw the football out of bounds, and he's going to limp his way to the sideline. There is a flag on the play. So that's not a good look for Star Spencer when your quarterback has to run off the field, or should I say limp off the field. And
did he pull something when he –
I'm not sure because he immediately started limping as soon as he may have had some sort of non-contact injury.
I don't think you call that play if he's got that, if
right.
he's limping like that before. I mean,
so it's going to be ruled incomplete.
So they're looking at him. Anyway, he's out.
Yeah, let me see who's come in at quarterback because they've got the gray jerseys, but they've got blue numbers. So it's kind of difficult to see. That's number 8 for Star Spencer. That's just Shane Mance. And
he gets a low snap.
Yeah, so it's going to be a loss of yards there for Star Spencer. Just things have not been working out for them here in the first quarter. They've had some good plays, but they've had way more bad ones than good.
Yeah, good play, and then one a bad one right behind it. So they've not consistently been able to sustain a drive. At least they didn't.
So that was fourth down that they attempted on. They were unsuccessful, so Heritage Hall is back out on the field. Their offense is. Quintero got time. He's going to go the same play to Fuller, incomplete. He had to turn around and contort his body to try and catch that football and couldn't do it. So it'll be second down and 10, but yeah, Heritage Hall is not shy about throwing the football in the rain. What rain? We don't care.
No, he's done a pretty good job too. I mean, some quarterbacks don't like a wet ball. Maybe he's got bigger hands. I don't know, but he's done a pretty good job throwing it.
Yeah, and they have another quarterback, Tegan Lawson, that's played a lot for them, but he's injured this week, and they're going to hand the football off to Barrett Travis. He gets a solid 11 yards. Just needed 10, but he got 11, so it'll be a 1st and 10 situation here for Heritage Hall. And really kind of a good delay run right up the middle and had blockers in front of him, but Star Spencer was still able to prevent the big play from happening. But it is a 1st down and 10 for Heritage Hall. Shotgun formation. Receivers on each side, one man in motion. Ball is snapped. Quarterback's going to run. Actually, it's more of a wildcat formation. I think that was Barrett Travis who was lined up as quarterback, caught the snap and ran it right up the middle for about a 4-yard gain. He's not quite to the 20 yet, but they're on the outside looking in. And there might be another injured player here on the field of some kind, or a timeout of some kind. Oh, that's the end of the first quarter. Finally, okay. So that's what the case is. That's why the clock was stopped. We've got a 20-0 score. Heritage Hall on top of Star Spencer going into the second quarter. Now they're going to switch sides of the field. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll come right back and get this second quarter underway. You're listening to Friday Night High School Football, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony, OCCC, Peace of Mind Pediatrics, and Bank First here on PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1. We'll be right back.
Hey sports fans, get ready to step into the world of championships with Super Prep Live, hosted by Miles Perry, only on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Dive deep into the lives of high school and college athletes with exclusive interviews and insight that reveals what makes them great. Follow Super Prep across all social networks to never miss a moment. It's Super Prep Live with Miles Perry. Tune in, get inspired, and stay connected. Visit OKCSportsRadio.com.
And we're back. Friday Night High School Football here live from Taft Stadium here on PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony, OCCC, Peace of Mind Pediatrics, and Bank First. Second down and goal here for Heritage Hall, and they're going to sweep to the right and get in for a touchdown. That was number 7, Terrence Johnson, on the carry. Heritage Hall has scored again. The score is now 26-0. Do they go for 2 here or go for the extra point here, Myron?
Well, if you want to work on your kicking game, maybe go for extra points. See if you can. You might need that kicking game to work in the playoffs. So it looks like they are going to try for the extra point.
I mean, if you can kick it in the rain with the raining like this, you can do it anywhere.
Yeah. Get some work in, see if you can get that, because you may need a field goal, extra point, whatever in the playoffs to win a game.
And the kicker for Heritage Hall is number 12, Cal Welker. There's the snap. He gets it down, gets it up, and it's good. It's good. So the extra point has worked, and Heritage Hall is up 27-0 here early second quarter here for Star Spencer, and turnovers have been their Achilles heel this evening. And it's unfortunate because they've had some good plays offensively and even defensively for that matter, but, the turnovers are devastating. And you lose a turnover margin like that, it's really, really hard to come back and, make up some of the deficit that's in this ball game. So that's why we've got such a difference in score right now here early second quarter.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those things where, if I were doing a sportscast on TV right now, I could just pick out the good plays for Star Spencer and make it seem like they're winning.
Right.
Because they've had some really good plays on offense. But the fumbles have been killers, and have really kept them from at least getting some points on the board. and they set up Heritage Hall with some really short fields to work with, and they're good enough. They don't need that. I mean, Barrett Travis, the running back, he's a big time on offense and defense. So first things first, they got to figure out how to run an offense without fumbling the football.
You got the Heritage Hall's kickoff team out there. Star Spencer's going to receive the kickoff once again. They've shown they can return a kick pretty decent, get themselves good field position. Now that's going to bounce, caught at the 5, 10, 15. And he's still on his feet, got close to the 20. They're going to mark him at the 18, the far left side. So let's see where if Corian Morgan comes back out as quarterback for Star Spencer. He had that little bit of an ankle injury, and he limped off the field. And I see him back out there.
Yeah, he's out there.
So I think he got his ankle retaped or secured.
Well, hopefully he can run, because his running element's been a part of this first half, the first quarter. He made some plays with his legs.
Ball is snapped, hands off to Barber on the right side, and gets hit at the line of scrimmage and not really brought down, but they stopped his progression there and called the play dead after a very small amount of positive yards. So we'll say it's 2nd down and 9 here for Star Spencer. And Heritage Hall really lining up in a 3-man front. Everybody else is outside or in coverage. 5 receivers split, 3 to the right side. Ball is snapped. Morgan looks to throw and does. He has a man, and it's incomplete. And they're going to call a pass interference on that play.
Wow.
On Heritage Hall, they're going to say Porter England interfered.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't really see that. Once again, the receiver had like step and a half, maybe 2 steps on him. Just lay that ball out in front.
Right, there was just too much arch on the throw. If it was put out in front of him, he could have caught that in stride and been off to the races.
Yeah, he's still running. If he catches, he gets that ball out in front of him.
All right, it's going to be a new set of downs for Star Spencer. 1st and 10, okay, or they trying to get the ball spotted correctly.
I think they gave him too many yards.
Yeah, I think they did.
It's not a 30-yard. It's not a spot film. It's not the NFL.
Yeah, it's 15-yard?
Yeah.
All right, so shotgun formation for Star Spencer. Corian Morgan overlooking the defense. Ball is snapped, hands off to Barber right up the middle. Gets through that first line of defense, but the Heritage Hall linebackers did a great job of filling the gap and limiting him getting upfield. So Barber, who's not wearing any gloves, and I totally understand why. It's really a preference up to the players. You know, some players prefer not to wear gloves in rainy weather. Others, wear gloves regardless, but that's not the case for this young man. And it
bring back the old stickum, just make it all messy.
That's right. I think of Fred Belitnikoff back in those days.
Lester Hayes back in the day.
Ball is snapped. They're going to throw over the middle. It's almost intercepted, but they're going to call a flag on Heritage Hall. I think that's Max Everett, the freshman. Tried to go for the interception, but they're going to say he interfered. I think that's what the call is. I don't know what else it could be.
Well, they're backing up, so I would think you're right. So that's 2 pass interference calls. That's helping Star Spencer.
They're moving the ball up the field, not necessarily the way they want to, but they'll take it.
Yeah, you'll take it.
Right at the 45, it'll be 1st and 10. They're in Heritage Hall territory now. 4 receivers split, 2 on each side, 1 running back in the backfield to the right of Morgan. Ball is snapped. They'll give it to Barber on the left side. He has a little bit of room to run, gets to the 40. It gets tackled at the 43. Nice 7-8 yard gain, depending on the spot here for for Star Spencer. That's a well-executed sweep play to Travion Barber, their running back on the left side. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Shotgun formation, same formation, 2 receivers on each side. Quarterback's overlooking the defense, waiting on the snap, gets it, hands it off to Barber right up the middle, has a first down, and they're going to end up calling the play dead. There is laundry on the field. Could be either a holding or a possible false start here.
It's in the backfield for Star. I think it's probably against them. And they're walking back.
Yep, it's definitely going to be against. It is a holding penalty on Star Spencer. So it went from 2nd and 2 to 2nd and 12 here. It's not ideal.
Ref's getting a workout, man. Putting throwing flags and marking off the yardage.
Yeah, that flag is pretty wet. Pretty wet.
It's weighing them down.
All right. Pistol formation for Star Spencer, 2nd and 12. Ball is snapped. Barber slips, gets tackled as long as he holds on to the ball, and he did. Wasn't a lot of room to run there for the Star Spencer. The Heritage Hall defense kind of read and sniffed out that play pretty quick. 54, David Griffin did a good job of getting in the middle of that. It's a defensive lineman there for Heritage Hall. Let's see, getting the play call in. Be 3rd down and long for Star Spencer, who's trying to get on the scoreboard. 4 receivers split, 2 on each side. Thought about audibling it. Now he's getting one man to motion, and they're going to have to, well, let's say it's a delay game. I thought they were going to call timeout in time, but that's not the case.
No, they did
get they did get the timeout. They're going to credit them the timeout. And so there won't be a loss of yardage here, but they'll take some time to go over this play call here on 3rd down for Star Spencer. So we'll see. Well, again, I want to thank our sponsors here for this Friday night broadcast, the SSM Health at St. Anthony. They do a great job of supporting Oklahoma City Public Schools. They're proud sponsor of OCPS, and as a reminder to our audience, it is important to let the orthopedic experts of SSM Health Bone and Joint Hospital help people get moving again. Call for an appointment at 405-218-2530. We appreciate SSM Health at St. Anthony for a number of reasons, sponsoring our broadcast, of course, but also taking care of these athletes whenever they do suffer injuries. So Heritage Hall's defense back out onto the field. Imagine they're going to tee off and try and sack the quarterback, assuming Star Spencer throws the football here, Myron.
Well, they got a couple plays to get this. I mean, you're looking at like 3rd and maybe 2 yards, yard and a half or whatever. So they certainly would go for it on 4th down unless they lose like 10 yards.
I think it's 3rd and 12.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at 3rd and 12. Okay, I'm
so I think they've got one man in motion. See what they do here. Ball is snapped, drops back. Morgan looks to throw. Another high arch. Oh, almost caught it. He was right in double coverage. I think they're going to throw a pass interference flag on Heritage Hall again.
Do they have laundry?
Yeah.
Flag on the play. What do you
It's
see?
really, really close as far as making the catch, but I didn't see anything egregious.
Double coverage he threw into. It's on offense.
Oh, okay, they're calling an offensive pass interference?
Apparently, yeah, they call an offense, and Heritage Hall just said no.
Okay, they declined the flag, so that's why it's the ball hasn't moved yet. Okay, so this is 4th down and 12 for Star Spencer. 5 receivers split. Ball is snapped. Morgan has to run to his right, limp to his right, and he drops the ball. And it didn't matter if it was ruled a fumble and recovered or if Star Spencer had gotten it. Either way, the play was over because it was 4th down, so now Heritage Hall will take over on offense.
Well, that's
ugly play.
Yep, ugly. They got a lot of they sent a blitz in on him, and not enough guys to block everybody that's coming, and the ankle, I guess, not allowing your quarterback to escape pressure. So they're in scoring position again. Although we'll see what the Bobcat defense can do for them. Maybe they can hold them.
One man in motion. It's Barrett Travis. Ball is snapped. Quintero throws, tries to intercepted by Star Spencer and pushed out of bounds. He was trying to find Barrett Travis on a wheel route on the far left side in that corner for Star Spencer. Let me try and get this young man's name. It's really difficult to see the numbers on their jerseys because of the gray jerseys and the dark blue numbers that blend in well together. But it was a solid play by that young man from Star Spencer, the corner who made the play and got the turnover, got the interception, and breathes a little bit of life here to the Star Spencer football team.
Yeah, he read that well and just stepped in, and would have been a big play for Heritage Hall as it is. Give Star Spencer the ball back, and almost not too far from where they just got
Morgan
stopped.
drops back, and he throws. Incomplete, hit the receiver right in his hands. I got to say, that was a beautiful throw. He had a great opportunity to make the catch, but it is difficult to catch footballs in these conditions. But we've seen Heritage Hall do it, but we haven't been able to see it as consistently on the Star Spencer side. And got to be honest, there was some pushing and shoving there, and the referees didn't see it. Thank goodness.
Good they didn't see it.
Yep. Yep. So it'll be 2nd and 10 here for Star Spencer. We'll see if they go back to that same play. Nope, they're going to hand off to Travis. I'm sorry, the Travion Barber. Did the ball come loose?
Well, it probably is because it is coming down pretty hard right now.
Well, if we can hear it from where we're at, we've got headphones on, people. Like we shouldn't be able to hear anything except our voices, but I can hear the rain hitting the stands from inside the press box. So it is coming down hard. And if you look out at the lights in the field, you see it coming down really heavily. They're going to give the football back to Travion Barber right up the middle. I think he may have gotten a yard if he's lucky on that play. And it's looking at a 4th down situation here for Star Spencer, and they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. They're down 27-0. I think at this point you need to just refrain from even looking at the scoreboard and just concentrate on each play. For a lot of different young men, this will be the last time that they've played football. This is the last game of the regular season. So it's not necessarily about wins and losses here, but more about just finishing the right way. Mm-hmm. Ball is snapped. Morgan's going to limp to his right, throws, caught. That's a solid 20-yard pass and catch by the Star Spencer Bobcats. Got to give credit to Morgan for completing that pass to number 80. Darshawn Cross, who's a senior for this Star Spencer Bobcat football team, made an incredible catch over the middle and gave them a 1st down off a 4th down play.
Yeah, and he took a lick after the catch, too, and still hung on to the football in these conditions. That says a lot.
So 1st down and 10. What a play by Star Spencer. Twin receivers on each side. Ball is snapped. Hands off to Barber, makes one man miss, bursts upfield, and got some forward progress. I think they're going to give him credit for a 3-yard gain. Not a lot of room to run, but he was running with authority and was able to get some push from the offensive lineman, not as much as is what he wants. So it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Star Spencer Bobcats. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. One man in motion here for Star Spencer. So now you've got Trips receiver to the left side. Ball is snapped. Morgan looks to throw and does. Throws into double coverage. Incomplete pass. It was knocked away by the Heritage Hall defenders. Saw Gerard Williams Jr. as one of those players. kind of a gutsy call or choice of where to throw the football.
Well, he's getting double covered every time they throw his way.
Right. I think that they realize that Cameron Brown is one of their better receivers, although, Darshawn Cross deserves a few more looks after that big catch he had over the middle. Be 3rd down and 7 here for Star Spencer. Just under 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Morgan sends one guy in motion. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand off to Barber on the right side. He has a first down. He needed 7 yards. He got about 8 or 9. That'll be a new set of downs. Now we've got a late flags everywhere on the far right sideline, and that could be on it's going to be on somebody. We don't know if it's Star Spencer or Heritage Hall, but it will be an unsportsmanlike penalty. We just don't know who's going to accept responsibility.
Who was more unsportsmanlike the second time?
Exactly.
That's usually the guy that gets caught.
Exactly. So they're going to discuss it there. And they're having what I like to call a meeting of the minds between the officials. Sometimes, things get chippy out there, Myron.
Yeah, I'm sure.
How many unsportsmanlike penalties did you have in your playing?
I didn't get any.
I don't believe that, Myron.
No.
I don't believe that.
I said, well, it's not my fault you can't guard me.
Yeah, that's true. Now, were you more of a basketball player or a football player?
I was more basketball. You see, you can do things with a look in basketball.
That's true. So instead of unsportsmanlike penalties, you got a lot of technical fouls, basically.
Oh no, I'm just saying the look tells 1,000 words. I mean, Blake Griffin was the best I've ever seen. That one of the guys, he could just kind of look at you.
The scowl.
Well, he just kind of look at you, dunk, but he wouldn't say anything. He just kind of look at you. And you know he's thinking.
Yeah, exactly. You picked up on the disrespect pretty easily without him actually being disrespectful.
Like, what do you do about it?
Yeah.
And he was right.
All right.
What did they decide? They're still talking.
Well, I think this is going to be offsetting. Personal foul on Star Spencer. Personal foul on Heritage Hall. So they'll just replay the down. Yeah, something happened down there because all 3 referees just started throwing the flags up in the air. It looked like a party. Somebody was having a fiesta down there. But nobody paid for it. It was just a big old warning.
It's all right, guys. Do it again.
So 3rd down and 2 for Star Spencer. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Morgan gets the snap, hands off to the running back on the left side, and he's going to get the first down. Yeah, he got at least 3 yards. So that's going to move the chain gang on the far left side and be a new set of downs for the Bobcats, who desperately need to get on the scoreboard. And this is as good of opportunity as any. They're in Heritage Hall territory. They're approaching the red zone. We'll see which direction this offense wants to go. Got some substitution changes here for Star Spencer.
One thing I think where they could throw it to Barber, get him like one-on-one out in space with somebody. He's a good running back. A lot of make you can miss in him.
One man in motion. Ball is snapped. Hands off to Barber. He gets tackled for about a 1-yard loss. That wasn't a mystery in what they were trying to do offensively, and Heritage Hall's defense picked up on it pretty quick.
Yeah, nothing there for that one. This is their best drive, though, as I knock on wood with that, because I don't want to jinx them or anything like that. But they've moved it. They've hung on to it, made some plays.
Well, the rain's eased up a little bit, and I hate to say that out loud because I'm afraid it's going to return, but it has calmed down much. It's still out there, but it's not as heavy as it was just a little bit ago. Ball is snapped. Morgan just can't run, and he's going to get sacked in the backfield. And can he hold on to the football? I don't think so. Heritage Hall is saying it's ours. We'll see which direction and the referees are saying that as well. So that is fumble number 6?
Yes.
All right.
Number 6, I don't think he has mobility because he just kind of was deer in the headlights there. Just kind of like he wanted to move but couldn't move. And that ankle must be pretty bad for him.
Yeah, I mean, and I feel for the young man because he's a senior, and he cares a lot about this football team. I know Coach Harold Smith is a big fan of Corian Morgan. He's also a big fan of several seniors from this team, Casimiro Mims being one of them. Heritage Hall is going to move the ball, has a first down and more, a nice 20-yard, well, close to a 20-yard gain by that running back. I don't think that's Barrett Travis. I think that's somebody different.
He looks a lot like Barrett Travis.
Well,
though.
it is Barrett Travis. My apologies. That is him.
That's why it looked like him.
Ball is snapped. They're going to throw. Quick screen, wide receiver screen to the left side. He burst upfield, not for too much, but it is a 5-yard gain. Minute 33 left in this second quarter, and they're right back to the line of scrimmage. And let's see if they try to score here before halftime. Ball is snapped. Quintero throws. Intercepted by Star Spencer. Burst upfield, and he's going to be tackled if he can hold on to the football. You never know with this game, and he's going to be brought down, and the clock's going to stop at a minute 11, and Star Spencer gets the football back. We've had eight turnovers here, or we've had a lot of changing of possessions.
That's 2 interceptions for Heritage Hall.
Right.
He looked like the intended receiver.
Yeah.
He apparently didn't see him there.
Quintero did not get a lot of mustard on that throw. And so the defense is out there for Heritage Hall, and here comes Star Spencer. Offensively, still sticking with Corian Morgan. He is a tough young man. He's obviously hurting from his ankle injury, but he's going to continue to play out there. This is his last high school game as a Star Spencer Bobcat, so it means something to him. Ball is snapped, hands off to Travion Barber on the right side. He has positive yards, and he's pushed out of bounds. The clock is going to continue to tick, though. They're going to say he was basically brought down inbounds. So, 40 seconds left here at halftime. And if Star Spencer's going to score before half, they might have to throw the football. Ball is snapped, and that's what they're going to try to do. He steps up in the pocket, throws over the middle, complete. Nice 14-yard pass and catch for Star Spencer. That's a first down. Are they going to call a timeout or keep it going? They're going to stop the clock to move the chains. We'll see if it resumes, and it does. 22 seconds and ticking. Right back to the line of scrimmage. Bad snap picked up by Barber. He drops it too. Now it's a fight. It's a scramble for the football, and Star Spencer keeps it.
Get the pig, man.
Golly. But that's going to be the end of our first half. Well, they stopped the clock at 3 seconds.
Change possession.
We've got an injured player on the field. I think it's a Heritage Hall player here. I can't see his number. Okay, number 44. That's Klein Reuter for Heritage Hall. It seems to be banged up, so that's where we're at. They stopped the clock with 3 seconds left for an injury timeout, and Star Spencer will have 3 seconds to get a playoff and try and get this end zone, cut this deficit before halftime. Seems unlikely, but you just never know in today's football because we've seen crazier things happen.
Yeah, that last snap just kind of rolled back there and didn't roll to the quarterback, rolled to the running back.
Yeah.
So he said, I'll take it.
And he picked it up, took 2 steps, and then it came right out of his hands out onto the field. So, wild stuff. It's been a wild first half. I mean, it's difficult.
A lot of fumbles
to play in these weather conditions. I do, as a kid playing in the yard, enjoyed playing football in the rain. So it is fun if you're winning, you know. So it is what it is. We'll see. All right, Star Spencer will have 1 play left, and the coaching staff is saying, hey, get back, prevent defense. And we've got a penalty on the play. They're going to call the play dead. That's the first half. I'm not sure what happened, but they're going into the locker room for halftime. And we'll take a little bit of a break here and come back and give you the second half of this Friday night high school football game between Heritage Hall and Star Spencer. Heritage Hall's up 27-0 at half. Stay tuned. We'll give you an update on some other scores from around the state of Oklahoma. We'll talk about what we've experienced here in the first half, what adjustments need to be made in the second half. We'll also possibly go over a few of the collegiate games we've got on tap for tomorrow. There's quite a few of them. So stay with us. Halftime show's coming up next here on OKC Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1, streaming live on PPBC TV. We'll be right back.
Hey sports fans, get ready to step into the world of championships with Super Prep Live, hosted by Miles Perry. Only on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Dive deep into the lives of high school and college athletes with exclusive interviews and insight that reveals what makes them great. Follow Super Prep across all social networks to never miss a moment. It's Super Prep Live with Miles Perry. Tune in, get inspired, and stay connected. Visit OKCSportsRadio.com.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and who wants to win $10,000? First of all, you got to be a high school senior in the Oklahoma City Metro. Second of all, you got to hit that QR code down at the bottom. Third of all, this is brought to you by Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores and Perry Publishing Broadcasting. And don't forget Super Prep.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Midwest City location, 6003 Southeast 15, or you can go to my admin, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Guys, check out these awesome and stylish suits. Unbelievable quality at these prices. We've got a wide range of styles, from classic and timeless to colorful and trendy designs. Whether you need a suit for a special occasion or just want to look sharp, we've got you covered. We are GQ Fashion's fine menswear. Visit us in Oklahoma City at Northwest 23rd and I-44. Come find the perfect suit for your next event, all at an unbeatable price.
Points equal more rewards to help you save on holiday and more. Not a member? Join for free today at Lowe's.com/MyLowe'sRewards. Because Lowe's knows deals. Program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. See Lowe's.com/terms for full details. Subject to change.
If fashion is your thing, eBay is it. eBay's where I find all my favorites, from handbags to iconic streetwear, all authenticated. For real. This time, a little Supreme, some Gucci. I even have that vintage Prada on my watch list. That's why eBay's my go-to for all my go-tos. Yeah, eBay, the place for new, pre-loved, vintage, and rare fashion. eBay, things people love.
We're the home of the back-to-back champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. OKC Sports Radio, KINB 105.3 FM HD1. Kingfisher, Oklahoma City, a Perry Broadcasting Station.
What's good? It's D.L. Hughley, and these are certainly tough times. Many people find themselves owing money to the IRS. It really can weigh you down and have you confused about the right way to handle it. And all those scary ads on the radio about the IRS, well, they do not help. Tax relief advocates want you to relax and breathe easy, knowing that whether you owe $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000 in tax debt, you don't have to fear the IRS another day. TRA has a proven 3-step tax resolution process. Plus, there are experts at working with special programs available from the IRS to help taxpayers get back on track. It is easy to see why they have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. If you owe money to the IRS and feel trapped, do not lose hope. Tax Relief Advocates can help you significantly reduce or even eliminate your IRS debt. You can stop worrying another day about your tax problem and end your tax nightmare today. Simply go to TRA.com or call 800-544-9525, 800-544-9525. Once again, 800-544-9525.
Do you need extra cash? Go to WeFixMoney.com. WeFixMoney.com can help you get up to $3,000, sometimes the same day. If you're experiencing an unexpected financial emergency, WeFixMoney.com can help. Get money for bills, car repairs, child care, medical expenses, or anything else. Just fill out the form and you'll get an answer in less than 2 minutes. WeFixMoney.com is completely free to use and available 24/7. And you are under no obligation to accept any loan offer. WeFixMoney.com has been helping customers for 16 years and has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. You can trust WeFixMoney.com. For emergency cash up to $3,000, go to WeFixMoney.com. Type WeFixMoney.com directly into your browser. That's WeFixMoney.com.
This holiday at T-Mobile, I'm joined by a special co-anchor.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Big Snoop D-O-double-G.
Snoop, let's talk about T-Mobile.
Okay, cool.
This holiday, get 4 lines for $25 a line, plus 4 iPhone 16s with Apple Intelligence and the all-new camera control on us.
Let's get cracking, like a breakfast egg.
You can use those eggs to make some eggnog, Snoop.
Respect.
And people do love T-Mobile, where you can save on every plan versus the other big guys.
You know, y'all can take some of those savings and buy some Snoop merchandise.
Always a great stocking stuffer, Snoop.
We up out of here, so drop that jingle.
Hold your horses, Snoop D-O-double-G. Let's remind people one more time.
Head to T-Mobile.com and get 4 iPhone 16s with Apple Intelligence on us, plus 4 lines for $25.
With 24 monthly bill credits, 4 eligible trade-ins, and 4 new lines with autopay. Well-qualified customers plus taxes and fees and $35 per line connection charge. Cancel entire account before receiving 24 bill credits and credit stop and balance on required finance agreements due. $829.99. Credits end if you pay off device early. See how you can save on wireless and streaming versus the other big guys at T-Mobile.com/switch. Apple Intelligence available now.
Need a banking partner you can count on? Call First Security Bank and Trust Company. It will be the best call you will ever make. Personal banking with First Security Bank and Trust Company can make life so easy. We offer mobile banking, online banking, and qualifying accounts can even make deposits using a cell phone. You will have instant access to all of your financial information, and you're able to check your balance 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can transfer funds and even pay bills. You have total control. Plus, we offer personal customer service to help you with all your banking needs. Visit us today at 1541 Northeast 23rd Street, or give us a call at 405-424-4341, or visit our website at www.fsbokc.com. First Security Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
As Oklahoma grows, we want to grow with it, and the opportunities that come from serving part-time in the Oklahoma Army National Guard are perfect for that. Our service provides money for school, so we can get the education we need for a great career. With our units, we work together to accomplish our missions and build valuable teamwork and leadership skills, skills that are helping us succeed in our civilian lives every day. Plus, we get to have hands-on experience with some of the latest high-tech equipment that our country has to offer, and we also help the communities we live in recover whenever they are in need. Living in Oklahoma, we all know the kind of damage that comes from things like storms and wildfires. When they take aim on our towns and communities, we jump in to help our fellow Oklahomans start to recover. Our service is helping to keep Oklahoma and ourselves moving forward. Learn how part-time service could benefit you at nationalguard.com/OK.
Sponsored by the Oklahoma Army National Guard. Aired by the Oklahoma Association of Broadcasters and this station.
The new 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander, Oklahoma's best-kept secret and most affordable luxury SUV from David Stanley Mitsubishi. Want Lexus luxury for pennies on the dollar? Sign and drive the new Outlander. 0 down, $399. No payments for 6 months. 10-year warranty. And yes, on credit. Ready to save? Come see Dave, the $399 Outlander. Only at David Stanley Mitsubishi.
Several available, 4.99 for 84. WAC through Dash. Drives 27,243. Dealer retains all rebates.
The holidays are just around the corner, and you've got a lot to look forward to. So this year, let's make sure the flu doesn't crash the party. Remember to get your flu shot. wash your hands, and practice good hygiene so you can enjoy cherished moments. Let's make this holiday season unforgettable for all the right reasons. Visit oklahoma.gov/health/fight-flu to find a flu shot clinic near you. Skip the flu, not the fun.
Boost your small business with Valiance Bank. We specialize in fueling growth and turning dreams into realities. Experience personalized banking solutions tailored to your unique business needs. We're more than just a bank. We're your trusted partner in success. Let us illuminate the path to your ambition. Valiance Bank, powering small businesses towards prosperity. Choose growth. Choose Valiance Bank. Member FDIC.
Are you looking to rent a car? Better yet, do you need to rent a car but don't want to go through the hassle? If you said yes, let the professionals at A Plus Rent a Car put you in a rental vehicle today. They have low rates, and the only requirements to rent a vehicle is you must be at least 21 years of age with a valid license, utility bill, and lease. Deposits are as low as $100. That's it. Low daily and weekly rental rates are available and great cars to choose from. A Plus Rent a Car is located at 2906 Northwest 23rd Street in Oklahoma City. Check out our website at apluscarental.com or call 405-602-0000. That's 405-602-0000 for A Plus Rent a Car. They accept cash, debit, prepaid, and credit cards.
An official message from Medicare.
Couple more minutes and we'll start this month's book club.
You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you gotta make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money.
Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
When you choose Gillette, you choose the best a man can get. Close and smooth shaves, award-winning beard care, and a gentle trim below the belt. And this November and December, every Gillette purchase supports Movember in the fight against prostate cancer. Choose Gillette and make a difference. Shave down and stand strong with the 1 in 8 men who will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. Visit pggoodeveryday.com/Movember for details. Exclusions apply.
What's good? It's D.L. Hughley, and these are certainly tough times. Many people find themselves owing money to their IRS. It really can weigh you down and have you confused about the right way to handle it. And all those scary ads on the radio about the IRS, well, they do not help. Tax relief advocates want you to relax and breathe easy, knowing that whether you owe $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000 in tax debt, you don't have to fear the IRS another day. TRA has a proven 3-step tax resolution process. Plus, there are experts at working with special programs available from the IRS to help taxpayers get back on track. It is easy to see why they have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. If you owe money to the IRS and feel trapped, do not lose hope. Tax relief advocates can help you significantly reduce or even eliminate your IRS debt. You can stop worrying another day about your tax problem and end your tax nightmare today. Simply go to TRA.com or call 800-544-9525. 800-544-9525. Once again, 800-544-9525.
Life moves fast, and you don't want to miss a second of it. Keep up with everything you've got going on by getting vaccinated against flu and COVID-19. By getting vaccinated, you're protecting yourself from severe symptoms and lowering your risk of ending up in the hospital. Stay healthy and be there for whatever comes your way. Risk less, do more. Get started at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Lowe's knows you want to get even more value for the holiday. That's why as a MyLowe's Rewards member, you get new member deals on holiday decor, tools, and more. And you earn points when you shop. More points equal more rewards to help you save on holiday and more. Not a member? Join for free today at Lowe's.com/MyLowe'sRewards because Lowe's knows deals. Program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. See Lowe's.com/terms for full details. Subject to change.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my superhydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture with daily use.
We are back. Friday Night High School football here live from Taft Stadium, streaming live on PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM, HD1. Our halftime score here, Heritage Hall 27, Star Spencer 0. We'll see what happens here in the second half. It's been a rainy, sloppy Friday night. A lot of dropped footballs, a lot of slipping and sliding. But it seemed to work for Heritage Hall, but it's not working so much for Star Spencer. But there's always a second half. You never know what can happen here in the second half. So we'll bring you that action here shortly. Both teams are out on the field warming up as we speak. I'm your play-by-play announcer, Jay Swick. To my right is Myron Patton. Myron, what's your take on this first half of action here?
Well, it is the rain certainly has had an impact on ball security. I mean, a lot of fumbles by both teams. Of course, Stars had more of them, and Heritage Hall's been able to take advantage of that, and that's why they've got a 27-0 lead. I bet the coaching staff at Stars pretty upset because they've moved the football when they've had it and gotten some big plays, but they've not given them a chance to put points on the board with the mistakes. But Heritage Hall's probably not happy either because they've given up those big plays, and they know the fumbles have aided them, but they've had some ball security issues as well. So both coaches have some things to chew on. If you're Star Spencer, you're saying, can we get through a half with just hanging on to the football? They do that, they'll put some points up. And, of course, Heritage Hall's getting ready for the playoffs. They know they'll have to play better if they want to really challenge one state championship.
I'm eager to see if Star Spencer's going to stick with their quarterback, Kerryon Morgan, who's obviously not 100% dealing with that lower leg injury, but still playing in the game. And I'm sure he's gone up to Coach Smith and saying, hey, I'm not coming out of this thing. This is my last go-round as a Star Spencer Bobcat. So, I admire his will to continue to play and despite the score deficit. But we'll see if he sticks with Kerryon Morgan here in the second half.
Yeah, he seems to be can't do much, any kind of moving out of the pocket or anything like that. And it's got to affect his throwing as well, because you can't push off on that ankle.
Well, if Heritage Hall gets any kind of pass rush, he can't move.
Yeah.
So he's just a sitting duck back there in the backfield. So it's really important for the Bobcat offensive line to do whatever they can to protect their quarterback here, and we'll see what happens. Again, we want to thank our sponsors for our Friday night high school football broadcast: SSM Health at St. Anthony, OCCC, Oklahoma City Community College, Peace of Mind Pediatrics, and Bank First. We've also got several other sponsors as well: Super Prep, GQ Fashions, fine menswear, Love's Student of the Month, Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue, one of my favorite places to eat, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. So it looks like Star Spencer's going to get the football. Nope, I apologize. It's going to be Heritage Hall that will receive here to start the second half. Star Spencer sent out their kickoff team, and we'll see how this thing goes.
Yeah, and you want to see if you can play a clean half, because like I said, Heritage Hall's leading big, but they know that they've given up some plays, and they've had some fumbles. They've taken care of the ball as the game has gone along, and they've thrown it really well despite the fact that it has been a wet football.
And the rain has subsided quite a bit compared to the majority of the first half, where it was a monsoon for a good portion of it. But now you just have some sprinkles, and we've got an onside kick here by Star Spencer. I'm not mad at the attempt, but it wasn't kicked 10 yards up the field. It has to go at least 10 yards before they can recover it. It did not do that, so that's going to be really good field position for Heritage Hall offensively.
Yeah, and I don't know, probably would have gone out of bounds maybe, but Star Spencer guy grabbed it, so maybe they won't know it didn't go 10. maybe they'll 8.5 will be good enough.
Who's counting? Who's keeping track?
The officials are counting. That's what it is. They know 5, 10. No, the 8's not enough.
All right, so currently you've got looks to be a different quarterback for Heritage Hall. That's Hudson Ferris. The junior quarterback is in the game instead of Connor Quintero. But Barrett Travis is still back there, and they're going to throw it to him on the flats on the right side, and he has enough for a first down, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds after about a 16-yard pass and catch from the quarterback, Hudson Ferris, to Barrett Travis.
Showing some speed there, turned the corner and got up the field for some more yards, and that's a big game for first down. And they'll see if they can tack on a touchdown to really kind of put this one away, and we'll see how long they keep the starters out there. Yeah, and
attacking the edge out there seems to be pretty beneficial. They're going to hand the football off to the right side to Barrett Travis. He has some blockers. Can he get into the end zone? Is that a touchdown? Did he stay in bounds? It looks to be the case. Just rode that sideline all the way to the end zone for a solid, looks to be a 27-yard rush by Barrett Travis for a touchdown on the far right side. So that will add to the scoreboard. Chargers are now up 33-0. They're going to send their extra point team out there. And you've got a late player to the party. Got to get lined up.
Wake him up over there. You know, he's coming in late.
Cal Welker is the extra point kicker here for Heritage Hall, trying to make this thing 34-0. There's the snap. Kick is up. It is good, and they do get to the 34-point mark. Heritage Hall up 34-0 on top of Star Spencer. Early third quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back and see if Star Spencer can get anything going offensively. Stay with us. You're listening to Friday Night High School Football here on OKC Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1, streaming live on PPBC TV. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Friday Night High School Football here live from Taft Stadium, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony, Oklahoma City Community College, Peace of Mind Pediatrics, and Bank First. He had a deep onside kick by Heritage Hall, and they did a great job of getting all the way down to the field to stop the returner right at the 15-yard line. Took a great angle, kicked it on the far right side. There seemed to be a lot of room to run, but he didn't find it. So it'll be 1st and 10, and I guess they're going to mark him a little bit further. So it'll be the 17-yard line, 1st and 10 for Star Spencer, who needs something offensively to get them in the end zone. That's been a really tough part of their game plan here, is they just haven't been able to execute enough. They've had some turnover issues. And back in the game is number 2, the senior, Corion Morgan. Gets the snap, drops back, looks to throw, does. Almost intercepted by number 7. It's Terrence Johnson of Heritage Hall. And he just put a lot of air under the ball. And Heritage Hall's secondary was able to react.
Yes, they were close to it than his intended receiver.
Right. And I don't know, is the referee making Corion Morgan walk off the field? Because he's obviously, in a lot of pain right now. But
he's even walking off the field slow. I mean, it's taking a while to get off the field. So,
and I think that move was forced by the official, who was worried about it. So let me get the binoculars out here. Try to see who's going to be in at number. All right, quarterback. I believe that's number 9. Ball is snapped and dropped, and he picks it up, and he gets tackled, and he keeps hold of the football after he dropped it, so it won't be a turnover. But, yeah, Star Spencer's trying to get their new quarterback situated. It's Jesse Jackson, the freshman quarterback.
9th grade.
Star Spencer.
A lot of experience there.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, especially thrown into the fire right now. And the rain is back, so I must have talked it back into an existence.
See, you talked about it, so we'll show him.
They're going to throw a flag and stop the play in its tracks there. I think that's a false start. It is. They'll back it up 5.
When can you run your offense with under center?
That's a great question, and I think it's something that you've got to practice. And
yeah, taking a snap under center is not just as easy as it sounds.
Right.
It's
well, if you're used to operating out of the shotgun, you just get used to that, and ball is snapped. They're going to quarterback draw right up the middle. He's going to run to the left side, has some room to run. He gets really close to the original line of scrimmage, a solid 9-yard run by the quarterback, Jesse Jackson. But it is 4th down, so it will be 4th and 10, and it doesn't look like they're punting. So they're going to go for it here. And we'll see what the young freshman can do here.
Yeah, the rain's coming down pretty good again. I can hear it.
So they're going to wait for the green light here from the officials. And then they're going to stop it.
I see a timeout.
Timeout. We'll take 1, 2. We'll be right back. Third quarter action here from Taft Stadium. It's Friday Night High School football, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony, Oklahoma City Community College, Peace of Mind Pediatrics, and Bank First. We'll be right back.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and who wants to win $10,000? First of all, you got to be a high school senior in the Oklahoma City Metro. Second of all, you got to hit that QR code down at the bottom. Third of all, this is brought to you by Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores and Perry Publishing Broadcasting. And don't forget Superprint.
Guys, check out these awesome and stylish suits. Unbelievable quality at these prices. We've got a wide range of styles, from classic and timeless to colorful and trendy designs. Whether you need a suit for a special occasion or just want to look sharp, we've got you covered. We are GQ Fashion's fine menswear. Visit us in Oklahoma City at Northwest 23rd and I-44. Come find the perfect suit for your next event, all at an unbeatable price.
Stadium, we've had some play stoppage here. Timeout on Star Spencer, so they're going to run a 4th down play deep in their own territory. But when you're down 34-0, there's nothing really you can do in this situation. So why not go for it and see if you can get anything going? 4th and 10 for the Bobcats. And they brought in Cameron Brown as quarterback now. He's going to get the ball, runs to his right, looking to throw. Still behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to keep it, and he's going to be tackled right at the 20-yard line. There's a late flag here on the play. I'm not sure what this could be.
He's kind of gimpy getting up, quarterback.
Yeah, you can't. You're going to eventually run out of quarterbacks here before too long if you keep this up. Geez, it is coming down hard once again. And that's going to be a first down and 10 for Star Spencer. Still haven't gotten a penalty call here, but they're okay. I mean, I'm not sure what occurred on that specific play, but it gave Star Spencer
hit the quarterback too hard.
A free set of downs, maybe unsportsmanlike, or roughing the passer of some kind. They're going to hand the ball off to their running back, Travion Barber, who had a little bit of yards. Looking at a 2nd and 8 situation. But as soon as the rain let up, it got us all excited and then said, yeah, just kidding. Mother Nature's coming back. So
just went up to Interstate 44, made a hook back.
Yeah.
Came back.
Not uncommon. All right. Shotgun formation. Cameron Brown, typically a wide receiver for Star Spencer, is in at quarterback now. He's going to fake the handoff and run to his left. Now he bursts upfield, makes one man miss, and got a little bit of yardage there. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3 situation here on well, he's still in Star Spencer territory, but you can see that Cameron Brown can move a whole lot better than Corian Morgan can.
Yeah, he gives you a running element. I don't think he hadn't thrown a pass yet, but he's got some nice legs in terms of being able to run.
Shotgun formation, waiting on the snap. Gets it, hands off to Barber on the right side, bursts upfield. He's really close to the 1st down marker. I think they're going to give it to him.
I think he got it, yeah.
Yep. 1st down and 10 for the Star Spencer Bobcats. That hadn't been their issue this evening. I know the score is what it is, 34-0, but Star Spencer's just had a habit of giving up the football this evening, and that's been the main issue. They're going to hand off to Barber once again. Burst upfield. I think he's short of the 1st down marker, but that's a solid 8-9 yard gain by the running back.
Yeah, he's just one missed tackle away from making that a foot race to the end zone.
It's like he has one man to beat but can't get through him. So we'll see 2nd and 2 here for the Bobcats. Waiting on the snap, gives it right back to the running back, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. I think this is going to be a loss here.
He didn't get it. He's still going to be about a yard short.
Yep, so 3rd down and short. Boy, Star Spencer's got a big old boy down there, Richard Woodfork, Jr., number 78. He's a big old boy who eats his Wheaties. Let me tell you. Golly.
Maybe Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah, maybe so. All right, Cameron Brown still in at quarterback for Star Spencer, waiting the snap. Gets it. He's going to run right, and he's going to keep it and try to find somewhere where to run. I think he got it, and the referee agrees. So, right?
I think he got it.
Yeah, I think he got it. That is a 1st down for Star Spencer. So
now he's not looking for a lot of contact. There's a couple times he could have turned it up the middle, but he's like, no, I'm looking for some daylight outside.
Yeah, I'm looking for some room to run here. Without any contact. That's exactly right. Twin receivers to each side. 5 minutes, 35 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. High snap, but he still got it. Handed off to his running back on the right side and is pushed out of bounds. Short gain for the Star Spencer Bobcats, and it's going to bring up a 2nd down situation here for them. I feel bad for the chain gang out there. They look like the Michelin Man. They're all covered in latex. They're trying to stay dry. I think that's a really difficult thing to do right now. Some late substitutions here on Star Spencer. Cameron Brown waiting on the snap, gets it, hands it off to the running back, right up B gap. Got a little bit of positive yards, not enough for the 1st down, but they are inching their way closer. So it looks to be a 3rd down and 2 situation here for Star Spencer.
2 downs to get it.
They've been moving up the field without turning the football over, but maybe I just jinxed them. I'm never know here. We've got a late substitution. Just forced by the referee. Could have been an equipment issue here. All right. Twin receivers on each side. One running back. It's the senior, Travion Barber. To the right of Cameron Brown, the quarterback for Star Spencer. Ball is snapped. Hands off to Barber. Shakes one. Gets through another. Tough runner. Tough runner and gets the first down, gets enough yards needed to keep this drive alive.
Yeah, he's got keeps those feet churning going forward and finds a hole and moves the chains. That's what you want in this situation. Just under 4 minutes to go in the quarter.
The goal is to get in the end zone here, and they're making their way upfield. They got lucky on that 1 4th down play for whatever penalty that came into play. And one man in motion. Ball is snapped back to Barber on the right side. Bursts upfield and got brought down violently after a very short gain of maybe 2 yards at the most here.
See if Heritage Hall is going to kind of stiffen up a little bit as they get deep in their own territory with this football. They want to keep the shutout if you're Heritage Hall.
Right. It would be a nice thing to achieve going into the playoffs. They're going to try and make another run at this 3A state championship game, and fakes the handoff, throws the pass out to the flats to the motion man. He drops it. It'll be ruled incomplete and bring up a third down and looks to be about 7.
He had some room to run if he catches that. Like got missed, he would have gotten the first down then some.
Charger defense trying to get lined up. Here's the snap, hands off to Barber up the middle. He burst upfield, has the first down. He needed 7. He got about 9 or 10. And that's going to move the Janes and continue to keep the drive alive. Star Spencer has some momentum here offensively.
Well, I bet at the end of the night, Barber's going to have some pretty good stats.
Well, he's got over 1,500 on the year. So, I mean, he has proven time again that he has the ability to be a solid running back. Trips receivers to the left. Going to fake the handoff. Brown's going to run to the left. Goes inside, goes outside. Still on his feet, and he's close to the first down marker. I'm not sure if he got enough. It's on the far left side from where we're located. And if anything, if he doesn't get it, he's awful close. All right, so they're going to line up back to the line of scrimmage here, and twin receivers on each side. Shotgun formation, hands off to Barber again, right up the middle, and he runs into a pile of Heritage Hall Charger defensive linemen there.
Yeah, he had a wall there, nothing there.
They're going to give him credit for a first down. So he got 6 feet.
Well, that's good enough.
That is good enough. And they are in the red zone. If this is a great opportunity. This is best opportunity for Star Spencer offensively to get a touchdown, and they're going to hand off to Barber on the left side. He's got a blocker, cuts back inside. He's really close to the goal line. I don't think he got it, but it will be near the goal line.
He's close. He almost got there.
We'll see where they spot the football. Yeah, right at the 2-yard line. Ball is snapped back to Barber on the right side. Taking the long route. Does he get in? I don't think he did. So. I think he's going to be brought down at the 1. So that was a 1-yard gain by Star Spencer. Just couldn't find enough room to get past that first line of defenders. All you got to do is cross the plane. 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. I don't know if they're going to be able to get this play off in time before the end of the quarter. We'll see. 5 seconds left. Maybe so. Waiting on the snap. And they're going to call the play dead because the end of the quarter did happen. So that's the end of the third quarter. Scores 34-0, but Star Spencer's at the 1-yard line with their first opportunity to score. This is as close as they've gotten all evening. So stay with us. We'll come back and see if they can get into the end zone. You're listening to Friday Night High School Football here live on PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony, Oklahoma City Community College, Peace of Mind Pediatrics, and Bank First. We'll be right back.
Hey sports fans, get ready to step into the world of championships with Super Prep Live, hosted by Miles Perry, only on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Dive deep into the lives of high school and college athletes with exclusive interviews and insight that reveals what makes them great. Follow Super Prep across all social networks to never miss a moment. It's Super Prep Live with Miles Perry. Tune in, get inspired, and stay connected. Visit OKCSportsRadio.com.
Welcome back to Friday Night High School Football here live from Taft Stadium. We're about to get this fourth quarter started. Spencer is at the 1-yard line. They've got to go 3 feet to get in the end zone. There's the snap, hands off to the running back. Does he get it? Did he cross the plane? Yes, he did. Spencer has scored a touchdown off a 1-yard run by their senior running back, Travion Barber II. They have finally gotten onto the scoreboard. It is now 34-6. Could be 34-7 if they go for the extra point, but the offense is not coming out on the field, so it looks like they're going to attempt the 2-point conversion here and try to get to the 8-point mark here for Spencer.
Well, might as well. I don't know what the kicking situation is anyway.
Yeah, some teams utilize kickers, some don't. It just depends. I guess it depends on if you have a kicker or not. If you don't have a kicker, then you're just kind of forced to do what you can offensively. Ball is snapped. Cameron Brown throws. I thought it was a corner fade, but it didn't go to the corner.
No,
it was just high throw. Incomplete pass. 2-point conversion is not good.
Did the wind grab it?
I'm not sure. I thought it was a corner fade, but it never faded. It was just
like
high up there like a wounded duck in the sky and falls incomplete. So, but either way, successful offensive series, offensive drive.
No shutouts here, baby.
For Spencer to prevent Heritage Hall from getting the shutout. But we'll see who comes out here offensively with Heritage Hall. They've sat their starting quarterback, Connor Quintero, and that last offensive possession they've played Hudson Ferris, who's a junior quarterback. And it will be interesting to see who they decide to go with quarterback-wise for the rest of the fourth quarter. Now, typically Tegan Lawson, the sophomore, would come in at different situations for quarterback for Heritage Hall, but he suffered a hip injury, and his status is questionable. So they've relied on developing this younger guy, Hudson Ferris, who's I guess he's a little bit older. He's a junior in high school, but he's getting some good experience here tonight at Taft Stadium.
Heritage Hall expecting an onside kick.
And they were right. It went 10 yards this time. It just went out of bounds too fast. Not enough hang time in the air to allow those kickoff players for Spencer to get upfield and recover it. So Heritage Hall will take over offensively. And all right, so we'll see where they spot the football here after they impose the penalty, and it's going to be right at midfield. Right at midfield at the 47-yard line. 1st and 10, Heritage Hall. They will trot out their quarterback, Hudson Ferris. He gets the snap, hands off to number 20, makes one man miss. Well, he never really missed him. He just kind of moved to the side a little bit, but Max Everett was on the carry, and Star Spencer, linebacker, did a great job of getting in the backfield and destroying the play.
You kind of had him corralled there, and that's a good minus yard. See if they can get the ball back. Maybe they can get more points on the board.
4 receivers split, 3 to the left side, 1 to the right. Ball, a bad snap, and it's on the ground, and it's a fight to come up with it. I think Heritage Hall was able to recover it, but a lot of different players touched the football on that play. Good job to Max Everett for recovering it for Heritage Hall to prevent the turnover there. We've seen the ball bounce quite a bit on the turf here tonight.
Yeah, and well, he got 3rd and 17, 19, that looks like, maybe 20.
Pistol formation for Heritage Hall. Ball is snapped. He's going to drop back and looking to throw, but he's got to evade the tackler. Still on his feet, goes upfield and decides to run and has positive yards, and the ball was knocked out of his hands, and it goes out of bounds. But number 20 for Star Spencer did a really good job of putting his helmet right there on the football, popped it loose. They just weren't able to recover.
Yeah, he did a good job just escaping pressure. I thought he was going to get sacked and lose another 7-8 yards.
Right. I was surprised he got out of that. Reminded me of Joe Burrow last night against the Ravens. Frustrating.
Not Lamar Jackson.
No, Lamar gets out of there. Lamar will go 30 yards behind and then run 50 yards upfield. You just never know what he's going to do. Much more fleet of foot than Joe Burrow was. So Heritage Hall is going to punt the football for the first time today. Really good punt. It's going to take a Heritage Hall bounce inside the 20. Matter of fact, it's going to land at the 10. So Star Spencer will get the football back, but, boy, they're deep in their own territory right at the 10-yard line. Still better than, not having the football at all.
Yeah, and they had a nice drive last time. They hung on to the football. I guess they did fumble once, got it back, but we'll see if they can do it again. Almost 10 minutes left in the ball game.
Yep, 9:52 to be exact, and Star Spencer could got the deficit even more here. They'll have an opportunity. They seem to have liked what Cameron Brown has done so far here at quarterback in place of Corian Morgan. Hands the ball off to Travion Barber right up the middle for a short gain. Didn't get much, but it's something. It's better than going backwards.
Yeah, it's a pretty big hole he ran through. So they're still working on offense, and change of quarterback. He's kind of giving them something they weren't getting also.
Number 71, the starting center for Star Spencer, is Casmera Mims. Coach Harold Smith was very complimentary of this guy's work ethic and his commitment to the program. Ball is snapped. Brown throws to his running back on the right side, but he's quickly swallowed up. Good pursuit by the Heritage Hall defense to prevent him from really getting upfield. They did a great job keeping contained.
It's going to be 3rd and long now. Need another big play. Or pass interference. That's helped them out quite a bit. That's been one of the better plays.
There's been a few penalties that have kept their drive alive. So it will be a 3rd down situation here for Star Spencer. There's the snap. Cameron Brown rolls to his left. He's going to keep it. Gets past the 20 and pushed out of bounds. It's awful close. 1st down is awful close. They're going to give it to him. They're going to say he did get past that 1st down marker. Keep the drive alive here. So
he's a nice running quarterback.
Yeah, well, he typically plays wide receiver. And I think he was forced into this situation based off the injury to Corian Morgan. But he has good field vision and can see the openings and takes advantage, utilizes his speed. Got one man in motion here. Waiting on the snap. There it is. Hands off to Barber, right up the middle. Solid 5-yard gain. Could be 6 or 7. Kind of at a weird angle here, so he's definitely short of the first down marker. 7 minutes, 24 seconds left in this ball game. Star Spencer is trying to put something together once again here offensively. Had a good offensive possession. The last possession scored a touchdown. And Cameron Brown is running for his life, burst up field. I think he's short of the first down marker, but he made something out of nothing there. Let's see where they spot the football.
About a yard short, maybe. Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd down and 1 here for Star Spencer. Brown waiting on the snap. Hands it off to Barber. He's running east and west when you really got to run north and south at this point.
Looks like they're going to give it to him, though. Yep. They're moving the chains.
Yep, that's right. First down, Star Spencer. Now, the other field judge on the far left was pointing the wrong way. I thought, did somebody drop the football again? But no. Star Spencer will get a fresh new set of downs here. 1st and 10. So they approach the midfield mark. They're still inside the 40, right on the 35. Ball is snapped. He fakes the handoff, runs left. Cameron Brown's trying to utilize his speed, gets to the 40, pushed out of bounds. And we've got a flag on the play, a late flag. And this could be another unsportsmanlike situation, although it was thrown in the backfield. So I thought I saw some ruckus here towards where the play ended, but we'll see what the call is.
Hold, backfield, something.
And they're going to personal foul, Star Spencer. And so, yeah, it's going to be on the Bobcats, and that's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one. That's going to really bring that back and put them in a hole that they're going to have to dig themselves out of now. And that's kind of been the theme this whole game is they just put themselves in some really tough spots. And Heritage Hall has been able to capitalize on that. Cameron Brown still in at quarterback, waiting the snap, hands it off to Barber. We do have another loose football, and it's a fight for it. I'm not sure who's come up with it. We'll see here momentarily. But once again, we've got a fumble on the play, and it looks like Star Spencer was able to recover it themselves.
Looked like we'd gone a little bit without fumbles.
Yep, and then we it shows up again. So 3rd and long, really long.
Like a mile.
For Star Spencer here. Just right around 5 minutes left in this football game. Do appreciate the effort level for Star Spencer. They're continuing to play despite the score deficit. You got to give them credit there. I thought he was going to throw it for a minute. Now he runs up the field. He's going to keep it. And he's brought down after a short gain. It'll be 4th down and long.
Will they go for it?
Might as well. Wouldn't surprise me.
You got 4:38 and counting left in your season.
Yep. It's been a long season for Star Spencer, but I think Harold Smith is, he's just a workhorse type of guy. It's about the process. I mean, you just got to do whatever you got to do each and every day and take advantage of the opportunities in each 24-hour period and do what you can to make yourself better. That's what it's about with him. And Cameron Brown gets the snap, tosses it to Barber on the left side, bursts through, still on his feet. and got some positive yards, significant yards, but not enough to keep the drive alive. So that'll be a turnover on downs. First Star Spencer at Heritage Hall will get the football back to finish out this game.
He got about a quarter of a mile. He needed 2 miles.
Right. Yeah, he did. He did. They were backed up in their own territory, and that unsportsmanlike or personal foul penalty, whatever it was, really put them in a bad position. Just under 4 minutes left in this game here. Taft Stadium. Shotgun formation for Heritage Hall. Hudson Ferris is the quarterback. Ball, a bad snap. He is able to catch it, but then he's quickly sacked. The Star Spencer defensive lineman got there pretty quickly. Charles Jones was back there, number 12. Several other players back there as well. So it'll be second down and long for Heritage Hall. They're not really worried about anything except milking the clock at this point.
Yeah, they've got some reserves in there, which probably accounts for some of the breakdowns up front. You Star Spencer, you'll take the negative
you'll take
plays.
whatever you can get at this point. Ferris has one running back behind him. Gets the bad snap again, and he picks it up and gets swallowed up by the Star Spencer defensive lineman. Yeah, that young center that they've got in right now is struggling to get the snap where it needs to go.
He said, I got to snap it, I got to block this guy in front of me. I mean, and he's big and he's mean.
Tough.
He says,
It's not as easy as it looks, ladies and gentlemen, that's for sure. 2.5 minutes left in this game. Heritage Hall's going to go on to win it, but their playoff season is yet to be determined. It's going to be interesting to see where they're seated. Hands off to the running back, number 27 on the far left side. He's got some room to run. He has a first down, and he gets brought down right around the 25-yard line. I think they're going to spot him at the 24. That was a big run. But, yeah, the only loss that Heritage Hall has had all season long was their first game of the season against Lincoln Christian, who is still undefeated.
Well, they beat him last year in the state championship game.
Right. Lincoln Christian hasn't lost a game in a very long time.
Yeah.
And since that loss that Heritage Hall had against Lincoln Christian, they've now reeled off 9 straight wins in a row. So they'll have a good seed in the playoffs. Hudson Ferris gets the snap well this time and hands it off to the running back, number 27, Nash Iser. But he didn't have very much room to run. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the 3A playoff bracket this year. There's a lot of really good teams in Class 3A, a lot of teams, period, in 3A football, and only limited amount of playoff spots available. Heritage Hall will have one of them. And it will be a fight to the finish. Class 4A has quite a few teams as well. That will be an interesting race. I think there's a little bit more parity in Class 4A football this year than 3A. But still enough parity for both classes to make for some entertaining matchups that you don't normally see.
Yep, you get that point, win or go home.
Got no room for error, that's for sure. Yeah, we got about 35 seconds left in this game, and our player of the game is sponsored by Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue. If you've ever been to one of their locations in Edmond or Midwest City, it's absolutely delicious. They've got some of the best barbecue in Oklahoma City. And if you stop by, tell Big O that OKC Sports Radio sent you. And they are a sponsor for player of the game. Myron, do you have somebody in mind for player of the game?
Well, Barrett Travis was pretty good tonight.
He was. He was very good.
He's kind of controlled things, and he's a two-way player. Did a lot of work at running back. He jumps out at you. If you look for the wing side, obviously, I think that's one that jumps out.
Yeah, I think Barrett Travis is the guy for Heritage Hall. He'll be named Big O's Pork and Dreams Player of the Game. We want to thank everybody that's tuned in.
Does he get pork butt?
He gets a fat butt baked potato.
Okay.
Yes, he does, which was a mound of food in the form of a baked potato with barbecue, meat, barbecue sauce, cheese. You name it, it's on it. Okay, and it's might not be the most healthy thing, but I promise you it'll be the most delicious thing you'll ever eat in your life.
We're talking taste, man.
Yeah,
We're talking taste.
That's what it's about. That's for sure. But we appreciate everybody tuning in to the Friday Night High School football broadcast. Heritage Hall Chargers have won the game 34-6 over the Star Spencer Bobcats, and we hope that you continue to tune in to our future broadcasts. Make sure you download the application straight to your mobile device, streamed by PPBC. And we want to thank our sponsors for supporting our broadcast and supporting these young athletes and giving them a platform to where others can watch and listen to them play the sport of football that we know and love. So thank you to SSM Health at St. Anthony, Oklahoma City Community College, Peace of Mind Pediatrics, Bank First, Super Prep, GQ Fashion's Fine Menswear, Love Student of the Month, Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Have a great weekend, Oklahoma. Make sure you tune in to OKC Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, Oklahoma City, next week, starting Monday with the Morning Rush with myself and D. Wright, followed by Myron Patton, Real Sports with Myron Patton. So appreciate you tuning in this Friday night. Stay dry. Have a great weekend. We'll see you later.